Oh, yeah. Got you covered from both sides.
We got every angle from your side to their side to nobody's side.
You're going to get that a lot over the next few weeks.
Yeah, district play gets like that. But,
pretty much everybody that plays Roswell and Goddard, you're going to see it from both sides.
Yes.
Or Artesia.
But we will have it. So if you are a Roswell Coyote fan, I suggest you tune into right here, 106.5 Roswell Talk FM, and catch the game. Kickoff will be at 7, pregame start about 6:45 or so. You can also watch that perspective at KSVPTV.com in the Roswell Coyote channel.
Right, with Art and Kelly.
Art and Kelly be calling that one. For you Bulldog fans out there, tune in on the La Radio to 990 AM KSVP or 93.7 in Artesia. It's probably not strong enough to get that.
You can't pick it up
the
here.
Translator here.
It's another station here. You can't.
Yeah.
Don't mess around. It's just AM 990. If you're looking to listen.
But if you're driving, because you really can't. It's hard to get AM 990 here too.
It's true.
So you can go online, KSVPTV.com. Click on the Artesia Bulldog channel, and you'll get the Bulldog side of it. I don't think Joby's doing the game tonight.
Oh, really?
Don't quote me on that.
What's he got going on that's so important he can't make it to a game? He's got like 16 nephews and sons playing in the game.
I think he's got like a fishing tournament or something.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, something.
Fishing.
I think
He's physician.
I think it's Robbie Ballou calling the game tonight. I'm pretty sure. So Robbie and excuse me, I can't remember who's calling with.
You better be careful, Joby. You might lose top billing if you keep up these shenanigans. I have to start calling y'all.
Joby's a big guy. He'll just walk back
now,
and take it.
Here's your hosts, Robbie Ballou and Joby Hodling.
Ooh, second banana.
Ouch.
Sean's threatening.
I have that power, Don't make me get drunk with it now.
But and then of course, God Rocket fans, you're still celebrating from last night's win. So, but we'll have those games for you on tonight. So, it is Friday. Got to thank the fine folks at McDonald's.
Yes.
I have not even had a chance to take a look at our treasure trove of delicious eats from McDonald's yet.
I'm shaking stuff up a bit today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you make a request?
I'm going to enjoy the fruit and maple oatmeal.
Really?
Yes. I've had it a couple times before. I actually had it when I was in Oklahoma just because I was, in the mood for something different.
Okay.
Real good.
I didn't know if you're...
they do a real good job with it.
Back on the wagon or something here.
Well, if it was keto, I couldn't be doing oatmeal
oatmeal would not be the best.
But, it is real good.
Nice.
One of them ribs sticking kind of meals. I'm telling you, that's the cool thing about McDonald's is whatever you're craving, they got something for you. If you're looking for a sweet side, they got the cinnamon rolls, they got the pull-apart donuts, apple fritters. If you're looking for something savory, of course, your biscuits and gravy. Of course, got your all your breakfast sandwiches. And, if you're looking for your healthy side, they got your fruit and yogurt parfaits. They got your oatmeals, all kinds of healthy options.
Hey, teachers, don't forget, today is the last day. If you are a teacher, principal, school worker, show your school ID, and you get free breakfast this morning. Today's the last day. They've been doing it all week at McDonald's. Go to and this is national. Yep. So tell your out-of-town school workers as well that they can get free breakfast. Today's last day. My wife,
it's breakfast free, any breakfast sandwich and a coffee.
Yeah, I think the one I saw was like a free McMuffin or sausage biscuit or bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. And then they'll give you also free hash brown and medium coffee.
Right.
Exactly. So that's kind of what I saw. But that's today's last day. I know my wife's done it, I think, twice now this week.
Well, now it's got to work out well for her because it's right on the way to work. She swings by the McDonald's. It's right there on the way to right there on the way to Berindo.
Yeah, and I know, of course, today it's teacher development, staff development day, so the kids are off today.
Yep.
So you get to, maybe get a few extra minutes to go through and get your breakfast, and because I think a lot of their stuff they're doing at the schools today, so it's a lot of Zoom meetings and that kind of stuff. So in between those meetings, you can get your fresh hot coffee there and your egg McMuffin or whatever you got there, and enjoy.
Yeah,
make your day just a little better.
It's gonna be. I mean, all those meetings. I just picture just auditoriums full of just crinkling bags.
Yeah, although I don't think none of that's happening.
I know,
COVID
because Zoom.
Yeah, so they're zooming.
So there'll all be Zoom meetings full of crinkling bags.
That's right. But big thank you to McDonald's for sponsoring our show each and every Friday. By the way, if you're looking for career opportunities through McDonald's, go to mchire.com and you will find all of the things you need to apply for a career with McDonald's.
Also nationwide too. So if you're looking to move, take your family elsewhere, mchire.com. That's a nationwide thing.
There you go. Although, as I say every time I talk about hiring, the Snowberger family, they love to promote from within and build from the ground up, and so a lot of their top management employees are folks that started at the ground level with McDonald's and now are his executives and his decision makers. So that opportunity awaits you. mchire.com. I haven't even done the rundown yet. I should do that. We've got a full slate for you for today's show. Mayor Dennis Kentai will join us here about 7:30 or so, and we'll do the recap of last night's city council meeting. They had the
postmortem.
Well, they had a bevy of agenda items, like 39, going into this yesterday. So probably a busy meeting last night. So we'll get the highlights here in just a bit. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, going to talk some county business. We got not one, but two county officials joining us this morning. Sheriff Mike Harrington and County Manager Bill Williams.
How does he always pulls it off. McDonald's Friday. He's like, I'll be there. I swear it's like you could plan it. You could set your calendar to it.
In all fairness, I kind of lean toward Friday on him because I know he likes that. Oh, yeah. But I imagine I think he said Charles Eastless would be with him as well. But we're going to talk, obviously a little county sheriff stuff, but talking county. I know like illegal dumping, some of the things the county's seeing right now that they want to kind of address and talk to the public about and things like that. So these gentlemen will join us here, and we'll chit-chat about all of that. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15 or so, we're going to talk with the folks from the Alzheimer's Association. It'll be Katie and Don, I believe. And they've got their walk to end Alzheimer's coming up here. I believe it's the 23rd. It's coming up here in a couple weeks. Don't quote me on the exact. It's in the 20s, like 23rd, 24th, something like that. I got to go look it up. But they're going to join us, and we'll talk all about that and how you can get involved in the Walk to End Alzheimer's. And they kind of had to go more virtual the last couple of years with the COVID and everything. But they're doing a walk. They're going to be out at Cielo Grande, the garden
together.
The whole shindig's going to be happening there. Good. So so we'll talk about that with those two folks here at about 9:15 or so. Plus, we'll have all of your features that include the news of the local and national variety and your business updates and whatever else we can come up with. A sports report, which may have inaccurate information too.
We may have to issue corrections.
We will sniff it out and let you know. Well, and I'll tell you what it is. Max Preps, which is pretty much the service that's kind of the unofficial source for high school information when it comes to sports nationally. They never updated their Goddard date. The Goddard game initially was a Friday game, and then they moved it some time back. Max Preps never updated it. No. And our sports guy who gets his source for schedules didn't update that in his sports. So he may say that. We will tell him otherwise. Yeah. So, but that's all.
So I'm just curious. I was just came through my mind.
You look deep in thought over there when I was
for a
talking.
second, I was like, so if you
even cocked his head up to look and like up at his head kind of thing, thinking.
If you use a restroom at a convenience store and you don't make a purchase, is that considered illegal dumping?
Well, ask the sheriff.
You should run that by him.
I will ask the sheriff. You don't think I will? I'll ask.
Oh, I'm gonna writing it down.
Put a star by that. All right, it is 7:16. Let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Cold front dropping into eastern New Mexico today, and that'll keep our temperatures pretty comfortable. The wind will be a little gusty through the afternoon, but we will have sunshine. Our afternoon highs right around 70. It'll be clear overnight, upper 30s to low 40s, and then near 70 and sunny again tomorrow. Low 40s and clear Saturday night, mid 70s, and sunny weather continues on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. And currently 52 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 32%. Winds currently out of the north at 10 miles per hour. Chillier today. Not going to see the 80s today. We are barely lucky to see the 70s, maybe. They're saying sunny skies and a high near 69 today, so we might get to 70. North winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. For tonight, skies will be clear with an overnight low of 37. Yep, we're dropping down into the 30s tonight. Going to be chilly. East winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For you Saturday, even cooler tomorrow, actually. Sunny, high near 68 degrees tomorrow. Winds will be out of the southwest 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, mostly clear skies, a little bit warmer than the previous overnight, 42 for an overnight low there with south winds 5 to 10. Smidge warmer for your Sunday, sunny skies, a high of 75. Ooh, dare I say a picture-perfect day on Sunday. Yeah, south winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday night, partly cloudy, overnight low of 49 degrees. Then for you Monday, we're back up into the 80s, mostly sunny, high of 84. Tuesday, sunny skies with a high of 81. And then we're back down into the 70s midweek, 76 on Wednesday, 78 Thursday. But a little chillier today and tomorrow with the highs maybe getting near 70 today. I enjoy it. I can't wait. Love it. Enjoy it. Hey, in case you haven't heard, the city of Roswell would like to welcome you back to the Roswell landfill. It's a new staff and a new commitment to the citizens of Roswell. They're now back open to their original hours, but they've also extended their Saturday hours beginning tomorrow. Saturday hours at the landfill will be from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. to better serve you. It's back and better than ever. The City of Roswell landfill. Learn more at roswell-nm.gov. But yes, beginning tomorrow, they now have their extended Saturday hours from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. Beginning tomorrow out at the Roswell landfill. All right, it is 7:19. Let's go ahead and pause for a commercial break, and then we'll chit-chat some more. Mayor Dennis Kentai will join us here about 7:35 or so. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Like most people, you're busy enjoying your life and taking care of today's priorities. But it's a good idea to think about your future. Will you have enough income to enjoy a comfortable lifestyle down the road? Time flies, so it's never too soon to create a financial strategy for your future. A super check from your local Farm Bureau agents can help make sure you're on track. Take control of your future and call Farm Bureau agents Caleb Grant, Jeff Weathers, and Chad Holloway in Roswell at 575-755-FBFS.
Have you ever heard the saying, you can preach a better sermon with your life than with your lips? The concept is really true. Something that made Jesus so appealing and effective was his humble demeanor and his calm disposition. Throughout the ministry of Jesus, as he travels and performs miracles, he advises those who have seen his miraculous feats to tell no one. He simply continues on, teaching and preaching, doing the work of the Father tirelessly. Jesus says in John chapter 9, verse 4, "As long as it is day, we must do the work of him who sent me." We today should still be involved in the work of the Father. Just as Jesus preached a message with his lips, he preached a greater message with his life. We encounter people daily who need the message of Jesus. We may not have the courage to share it with our lips, but we can certainly share it with our life.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Welcome to the Asian market. This is Nok. Right now we have a new ingredient like galanga, lemongrass, lime leaf, and Thai chili to make tom yam goong and tom kha gai. And try out new delicious new soup on Saturday. Come see me at the Asian market, 5702 South Main. Call for order 840-5309.
We serve all New Mexico. If you think it's hard to take out a home loan, those rumors are wrong. It's not true. Contact Loan Officer Elliot Rodriguez, MLS number 41002 at CMG Financial, phone number 719-237-4680. At CMG Financial, we can help. Experience extraordinary with CMG Financial, every customer, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. CMG Financial is a registered trade name of CMG Mortgage Incorporated, MLS 1820. CMG Mortgage Incorporated is equal opportunity lender. To verify complete list of states licensed, visit www.mlsconsumersaccess.org.
Equal fair housing is the right for everyone to have access to all housing opportunities without discrimination based on race, religion, national origin, sex, color, familial status, or disability.
The
The City of Roswell would like to welcome you back to the Roswell landfill. It's not the new normal, it's the new and improved normal. It's a new staff and a new commitment to the citizens of Roswell. They are now open back to their original hours, but they have also extended their Saturday hours from 7 a.m. until 2 p.m. to better serve you. It's back and better than ever. The City of Roswell landfill. Learn more at roswell-nm.gov.
Christmas came early at Richland Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. A huge inventory has finally arrived at the dealership. Every type of Ram truck you've been waiting for. 2500s, 3500s, even some 4500s. Been looking for a new Dodge Charger or Challenger? They've got them at Richland. And don't go far looking for a new Jeep. Wranglers, Cherokees, Gladiators, even some work vans. It's like Christmas came early. But hurry, these will go fast. Richland on Southeast Main in Roswell.
Move on over to the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop in downtown Roswell. The Cow is stocked with fabrics and everything you need. And the Calico Cow is your destination for brand new Brothers sewing machines. Find out more and shop online at roswellquilting.com or move on over to the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop in downtown Roswell. Want to know how? Come see the cow.
Have you noticed the days are getting shorter? This is Jim Gill from Roswell Seed Company. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but we're on the downhill side of the year, so every day is a couple of minutes shorter than the one before, even though your plants need plenty of food and water to keep them healthy. Like those globe willows that are turning yellow. A good dose of the right fertilizer will make them bright green again. No matter what the problems you're having, we probably have a cure at Roswell Seed Company. But come see us soon, because winter's coming, you know.
New Mexico families are modern. New Mexico's child support program is modern too. Recent changes mean the modern child support family will benefit with job development and job opportunities, right-sized court orders, resulting in more child support payments and less debt. The Modern Child Support Family Program. Find out how it can benefit your modern family. Call 1-800-283-4465. Paid for by the Human Services Department and aired in cooperation with the NMBA and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. U-Haul is the world's largest advertiser in the Yellow Pages. Too bad millennials don't know what the Yellow Pages are. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is closing in on 7:25. Happy Friday. It's a busy Friday. Actually, we got a lot of stuff going on this weekend for things happening around town. If you want to go see the Roswell Community Theater's performance of Unnecessary Farce. Fun little comedy. Actually, Mayor, you should go see this one. This one would be up your wheelhouse.
This is a little frightening.
This is very reminiscent of Mayor Marion Barry from the DC days, if you remember that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Unnecessary Farce. 2 cops, 3 crooks, 8 doors, and go. It's an embezzling mayor is supposed to meet with his female accountant in a cheap motel room. Next door, 2 cops wait to catch the meeting on tape. But there's some confusion as to who's taking the money, who's hired the hitman, and why does the accountant keep taking her clothes off? So it's a comedy. It is the last weekend that they're going to be showing it tonight and tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. and then Sunday afternoon at 2:30 there at the Roswell Community Theater. You can get your tickets right now, roswelltheater.com. Fun little comedy. It's more of a date comedy. Maybe leave the younger kids.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, this is...
the taking the clothes off is what we used to call a clue.
I'm pretty sure there's no actual nudity in the show. I know some of the cast. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be. But anyway, yeah, definitely come out. It's going to be a fun performance here.
Yeah, but those theater people, you got to watch them. They're kind of, I don't know.
They are very... open and honest and love to show you everything. But that's this weekend. And then for folks that got tickets to Bye Bye Birdie over the summer with them, their second weekend of Bye Bye Birdie, they had to cancel or postpone because of illness and everything. Well, next weekend is the Make Good weekend for Bye Bye Birdie. So if you got tickets for that weekend over the summer, those tickets are still good for this weekend, or not this weekend, next weekend at Bye Bye Birdie. And if you didn't get tickets, of course, you can get tickets at roswelltheater.com. And then, right after that...
Wait, call now.
That's right. But wait, there's more. Right after that, the weekend of Saturday, November 6th, that weekend, they got another great pair of shows, or the same show 2 times, at the Roswell Community Little Theater. The music of Simon and Garfunkel, Swearingen and Kelly. This is actually a Kiwanis of Roswell and Roswell Community Little Theater fundraising event. The proceeds will be split down the middle. Half goes to Kiwanis, which will go towards the all-inclusive park here that's the city. They're working with the city and everything, getting put together, which they're making all kinds of headway on that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's chewing and eating, so we'll let him talk there. And then, of course, Community Little Theater will use it for their side, their CAPS program, that building that it used to be the old Park Twin Theater back in the day. They own that building. They bought it and they take it, and so it costs a lot of money to maintain a building. And guess what? They need a new roof, and so the money from this will help cover some of the costs for the roof replacement there at the Communal Theater. But it's Swearingen and Kelly. The music is Simon and Garfunkel. This show's a little different because it's not open seating like the rest of their shows. There they have reserved seating, which is $28. They also have a VIP ticket, which you get a meet and greet with the band. You get some swag. You got special seating for you there.
Wow.
And that's $40 each. But again, all the proceeds will go to the Kiwanis and to the Roswell Community Theater. Again, go to roswelltheater.com to get tickets, or you can call 575-513-8119. That's 575-513-8119. So those are like 3 shows over the next 3 weeks.
Oh, my gosh.
Over at the Community Theater.
On the all-inclusive park, real quick, this afternoon at 2 o'clock, we're not doing a groundbreaking. We're going to do kind of a dedication, appreciation, celebration. I can't remember the term we use. But it's over there just south of the Recreation and Aquatic Center.
Okay.
So that's going to be
all
at 2
in
o'clock.
the recreation complex, I guess you could say, of Roswell right now.
Yep.
It's kind of just, I don't know if that was by design or that just naturally happened that way.
We're making it happen.
I know there's a master plan.
It's called intelligent design.
I know there's a master plan and all that, but I didn't know if it, like how there? Did Cielo Grande show up and it kind of, that just seems like a natural spot to kind of expand that? Or
Well, we had all that land, and that's one of the beauties of it, the space. And it's really an unusual thing to have that much empty space within a city. And we were able to take off and build on it.
And then we lucked out because that used to be the airport, the old city airport back in the day, back when we still had a base and an airport. Civilians would leave out of the Roswell airport, and then military handled their business at the south end. Well, since they left in the 60s and our airport moved, and suddenly a lot of space downtown opened up, and here we sit. So, but really, it's been what, 40 years of evolution there since then. So, but anyway, we're excited to hear about that. And we'll talk talk more about that park as we get closer and everything. Mayor looks like he's eating, so let's do this. Let's pause for some local news real quick and your Kim Commando update. We'll let the mayor catch his breath here and digest, let his food settle. So he can't go swimming, right now. He's got to wait a few minutes.
All right. Good point.
So we're going to do that, and then we'll talk about last night's city council meeting, which got out at a very early 11:30 last night.
At least it was 11:35 p.m., not this morning.
Is true. You still left before the end of the day.
Oh, yeah, we did leave before midnight. That's right.
We'll call that a victory. All right, 7:31. We'll be back on the other side. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley News update, I'm Jared Sorello. Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham is announcing her newest cabinet member. Barbara Vigil will take over for Brian Blaylock as the Secretary for Children, Youth, and Families. Blaylock is stepping down because his wife took a job in California recently. Vigil is 62 years old and has worked as a judge and a lawyer in New Mexico for more than 30 years. She was elected to the New Mexico Supreme Court in 2012 and also served as Chief Justice for a short time before she retired. Families are invited to attend Family After Hours, a free evening of hands-on visual and performing arts activities presented by Roswell Independent School District's Arts Connect staff at the Roswell Museum and Arts Center. The event is Thursday, October 28th from 4:30 to 7 p.m. Programming will be centered on whimsical displays of color, motion, and sound inspired by the museum's current exhibition called A Lucky Escape, The Wild World of William Goodman. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello.
If you're active on social media, especially Twitter, you may be seeing little red flags suddenly appearing on thousands of posts. I'm Kim Commando with What's Up With That, brought to you by ExpressVPN. Secure your online data and get an extra 3 months free at expressvpn.com/Kim. Sometimes, walking along the beach, you'll see red flags. They warn of rough seas or dangerous swimming. But on social media, red flags on someone's post means that the statement is problematic, as in, your position raises a red flag. Now, the little flag isn't new. It's one of 3,633 symbols called Unicode Standard. What's new is the sudden use of the flag. Okay, what do you do if your post gets red flagged for something that's generally accepted and perfectly reasonable? I suggest that you search the emojis on your phone and respond with the giant red exclamation point and a question mark, 2 punctuations in one single tweet. Follow me at twitter.com/Kim Commando. Did you know that since U.S. News & World Report started ranking online MBA programs back in 2012, the W.P. Carey School of Business at Arizona State University has been ranked top 10 every year. In fact, among all the online MBA programs in the country, W.P. Carey is ranked number 1 for general management and marketing, and number 2 for business analytics and finance. One of the reasons why is that, unlike a lot of online programs, W.P. Carey and ASU teach the same material with the same faculty as their full-time MBA program. It's the same high-quality MBA, just built for the busy schedules of working professionals. Getting an MBA is one of the smartest ways to prepare for your future. Start your online MBA as early as January at the W.P. Carey School of Business at Arizona State University. Learn more at asuonlinemba.com. That's asuonlinemba.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Turtles can breathe through their butts. We imagine you know some people who do that too, because that's where their heads reside. Here's Mike Winters.
Finding more and more of those people day in and day out. Good morning. It is 34 minutes after 7 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning, now officially, I guess you could say, Mayor of the City of Roswell, Dennis Kentai, back with us. Morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm telling you, sausage McMuffin with egg with green chili on it is a game changer, isn't it?
Nick, you're a genius. Are you listening out there? Nick, you're a genius.
It's a whole nother sandwich when you do that.
Yep,
and,
all in. I'm all in on that.
When you get to McDonald's, especially teachers, you getting your free breakfast today.
Yep.
Go ask them to slap some green chili. They may charge you for it, but it's worth it.
Right.
Pay that $1 or whatever it is for the green chili. It's totally worth it. So, how are you doing this morning? After a pretty lengthy evening of city council last night.
Yeah, it was a bit grueling, but we kind of knew that going in. We got done 11:35. We did have 12 items on our consent agenda. What does he mean? Well, a consent agenda is that part of the agenda that everyone agrees should just go forward.
Gotcha.
And it's like leases for hangars at the Air Center that have been renewed. They're being renewed. Same people. Same purpose, same place, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
Those kinds of things, repairs at a Honda Riverbank, some other work like that. So
stuff that's either a no-brainer or stuff that we've have a great status relationship with this. It's just a matter of continuing that and dotting I's and crossing T's.
So that knocked 12 out of the 39 off, but it's still...
That cut a third out. I like
that. Yeah. Which kind of tells you how long it could have gone.
Yeah.
All right. So we had all 10 counselors there at the beginning. We lost a few along the way. I don't know where they're at. They're somewhere.
Stragglers. One had a flat tire.
So I began with a little quick announcement. Last week, everybody was focusing on the fair. Interestingly enough, the Roswell SWAT team, not the whole SWAT team, but 7 members of the Roswell SWAT team, were in Conroe, Texas from Wednesday through Monday.
Is this their competition?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That was the Texas Tactical Officers, Police Officers Association.
Now, I'm curious, because the firefighters have their kind of firemen. How does this compare to that? I'm sure the contests are different, but is it in the similar vein to
well,
it? Well,
they try to simulate these situations, and they don't know what they're expected to do until just before, which is part of the SWAT experience.
Okay.
So there's a lot of physical fitness, there's shooting, there's endurance. They had the actual competition was 4 days.
Oh, wow.
It started Thursday,
so it's
Friday,
like an Olympics
Saturday.
kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, so they went through. So the Roswell team ended up 9th out of 33, which is very impressive. They beat much bigger cities like Waco, Texas, Round Rock, Texas, El Paso PD, and El Paso Sheriff's Office.
Nice.
I believe they were probably the highest ranked small city out there. And here's the thing. Our SWAT guys are all regular police officers. They're detectives. They're patrol.
The SWAT's their part-time gig.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a part-time gig. They got a full-time other job.
Thank goodness, to be honest. If we needed SWAT full-time, we probably live in a much rougher society than we want.
Exactly. But anyway, so I did a little shout-out to them and appreciated and want everybody to know about them.
Yeah, good. Congratulations to those guys.
All right. So we then had two presentations by the city manager. The one was on our parks staff restructuring, and what's happening now is we have teams of workers who are responsible for selected areas or parks. And one of the key things is there's now a team D is in Delta, that's responsible for the downtown area, including the city buildings down here and like the streets and the flower pots, those kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
So,
They're the dedicated personnel for that. That's
right.
what they
and
do
so
every
they will
day.
do everything that needs to be done unless it's something outside their skill sets, like a broken water main or whatever.
Okay. Are they the ones like I've seen like some of the cherry pickers clean up tree?
That could be
group?
them too.
Okay.
Depends. I'm not sure how far they can go.
Yeah, I don't know if that like once they leave the ground, is that someone else's job?
Good morning. We had a presentation about the Public Affairs Department, and Mr. Nebb is very big on this. This is run by Juanita Jennings.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have something called We Believe Studios, and we have a YouTube page, YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, what? City of Roswell has a YouTube channel. We have over 213 videos, and these are videos that are explain things like how does the budget work?
Mm-hmm.
What is an enterprise fund? We have things like how do you fill out the Fix-It form on the city website? How do you go and pay your water bill online? These are all part of that. Very educational, very informative.
Yeah, and then they also got some, meet the staff. So if you want to, I think there's ones for each of the city councilors, various department heads, and various city employees that handle unique parts of the city as a part of their job. There's all those kind of videos out there. So if you kind of want to, inside baseball on how some things are happening around the city, there's lots of videos talking about that, like how they maintain the parks and like during COVID, how they spray down all those.
How the landfill works.
Yeah, there's all kinds of videos like that up there. So odds are pretty good if you're, and you know what? Because everyone's got wonderful ideas on how things should be run. If you're kind of like, well, you should do this, well, go watch one of these videos. Maybe they're already doing what you're saying and didn't realize it. And maybe go dig through there first before you start complaining about some things.
Bingo. So we were actually almost an hour into this before we got to our first real item.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to mention, we did an honoring of Jake Trujillo. Jake Trujillo of the one of the veterans here. Every day at noon, Jake goes down to South Park Cemetery and plays taps.
Mm-hmm.
He is an accomplished musician. And so we recognized he's been doing it for over 20 years. He's going to keep on doing it. He's not retiring.
Is he grooming a replacement?
Huh?
Is he grooming a replacement by chance?
Not that I know of.
We got to get someone to play a bugle. Pick up the mantle.
Good luck.
Not many people play the bugle. It's not like the trumpet.
Anyway, so Jake, we did a proclamation recognizing him, thanking him, and later on, we appointed him to the cemetery board.
All right.
So he's on that.
While you're here.
While you're here. Wait. Don't leave yet. So the first item up of real work was what we called an appeal hearing. Okay. Back in August, we had voted to condemn a property down on the base.
Okay.
That the owner of that property came in and said, hey, I'm trying to fix it up. I hired a contractor who didn't pull the permits like he was supposed to.
Gotcha.
This guy has disappeared. I'm kind of screwed. Don't let's.
He's where and he's trying to do something.
Right.
So usually you guys are working with people that work with the city on these kinds of things. So
what we did is it was an hour discussion on this one too. This was kind of sad, but we spent an hour on this one, and the end result is we rescinded the condemnation. Now, here's the trick. This gentleman still has to do these repairs. He also has to comply with all the requirements of a meeting code. In other words, there has to be inspections of the building by our building inspectors, which they weren't able to do. There was some work done that was never inspected.
I gotcha. Okay.
And that is a big no-no.
So it sounds like he just had a bad run-in with a bad contractor.
Yeah, and so we're gonna help him, and in the sense that we're gonna cut some slack and let him try and work this out. But here's the takeaway, people. If you get one of these condemnation letters for some property you own, go in, sit down with the city staff, and don't ignore the letters. Make sure that you hire a licensed contractor, which in some cases you have to. If it's a rental property, you can't do it yourself. And that's not a city ordinance. That's state law.
Gotcha.
Good, bad, or ugly. You don't like that, talk to your legislators.
Yeah.
But so we spent a lot of time on that one, and we're trying to do the right thing. So we move forward with that.
Obviously, the city's doesn't want to sit there and condemn everybody's buildings and everything. So if you are making an active effort to try to fix the problem, the city will work with you on that. And this sounds like it's one of those cases like, hey, the guy is trying. We can see there's evidence there. He's just had a run of bad luck. However, time is getting short. Here's your warning or whatever.
Right.
We're done messing around. Get you a good contractor. Get this rectified.
Next up was the continuing saga of writing the city ordinances dealing with marijuana.
Okay.
So we're still working on this. We may get one more of these in the near future, but it's really in the weeds, and it's Snooze City, but it's all kinds of details on how you do this, what you do, blah, blah, blah.
The devil's in the details.
Devil's in the details.
Yeah.
We actually didn't spend a lot of time on that one because everybody kind of understands we're working through it. So that was 8-2.
Okay.
Councilors Moore and Sanchez are just like, hey, we don't want anything to do with this, and I get it. Problem is, we don't have any latitude.
The horse has already gotten out the barn here. Yeah. We gotta do something about it.
So we moved on. We skipped over all the consent items, got into some other stuff. We're changing the date of the city council meeting in November to the 18th of November.
Yes.
Because November 11th is Veterans Day, and it's a holiday, so we're not meeting that day.
Yes.
So I'm coming here on the 18th, right?
Yes, we're gonna. Yeah, we'll get you on the 18th and 19th. Or,
Good to know.
Yeah.
Then we had. This is something Councilor Perry came forward with. The Biden administration came out with this wonderful idea that 30% of all the land in the United States should be wilderness. Now, this is not just federal land, but this is like wilderness that is never touched, like up on El Capitan. There's sections there you can walk on, you can hike on, you cannot drive, you can't take an ATV. I think you can take a horse, you can't take a bicycle. It's like,
A bicycle?
Bicycle, no bicycles.
How has anybody hurt the land with a bicycle?
Hey, don't ask me, but that's the way it works.
Short of just chucking the bicycle in the woods and leaving it there, how are you hurting?
Yeah, that's wilderness area. 30%. And the concern is that this ain't going to be 30% of Connecticut or Rhode Island. This is going to be made up for with a big chunk from New Mexico.
You think New York City's going to give up some of their urban lands to make some wilderness for the? No.
Not going to happen.
Yeah.
Not short of the zombie apocalypse. Then that could happen. So that we had a little discussion, debate on that one. It was 8-2 on that one.
Well, just to help out, I'm going to I'm going to go to my house and devote 30% of it and put some plants in there.
Here we go.
Just to keep within the spirit.
You're the boss. Yeah.
I'll let the cats kind of meander in that side, too.
The next one we basically kind of stumbled on, and this one was it's a little complicated. It deals with development of residential neighborhoods, nude residential not nude, new.
I was like, whoa, we just changed gears quickly.
No, sorry about that.
Like, we got those?
5 hours of sleep. 5 hours of sleep. Nothing. Anyway, so what the city manager and staff and some counselors have been working on is a program where if somebody builds, comes along and builds a new development, they put in water and sewer and electrical and streets and whatnot.
Extend the lines out, basically.
Yeah, basically, and do this whole thing. And then that becomes city property, not the electrical, but everything else.
Sure.
The interesting thing about it is, like with the water and sewer in particular, once people hook up to that, they become customers.
Yes.
Forever. So
at least as long as you live there.
Well, as long as that house is standing, somebody in there is paying.
Right.
So where we're going with this is, does it really make sense to stick all of that cost on to ultimately the buyer of the house? So this is an effort to try and work through this. The problem was it's a bit complex, and the bigger problem was it got changed. The version that we were working with got changed a couple times, and then last night, Counselor Stubbs said, "Whoa, I need to make some more changes." And at this point, the wheels are coming off. We took a break.
Okay.
I called for a break, and basically what we're doing is we're postponing it till the next meeting.
Okay.
And
sounds like there's some more work that in the language.
yeah, it's like not ready for prime time type thing.
Okay. So that come back up next month?
Could actually come before, because we may be having a special.
Okay.
Anyway, approval of some state DOT projects that sailed through. And about this time, Counselor Moore was not feeling well. She was miserable. You could see the allergies had just kicked in. She's like going through the tissues, and she goes, yeah. And I said, hey, no problem.
I've been there, done that.
Yeah,
Allergies,
we got you.
No fun.
All right. The next one it's kind of an interesting saga, and this is another one we spent like an hour on. Okay, we have Spring River Park, runs across Spring River, and it's got a trail on it, Spring River Park Trail. There's Cielo Grande. There's a big trail circles around that. They do not connect.
Right.
Officially.
Until now.
Well, they still don't connect.
Well, until soon.
So we had a while back, and I think it's been probably 4 or 5 months, looked at running a trail down the alley just to the east of the golf course.
Okay.
The people lived on the east side of the alley, had some serious objections to that whole arrangement. And although the council had been briefed on it, the council said, nah, try something else.
Okay.
So the Parks and Recreation Commission, the General Services Committee, these folks have been working for a long time trying to come up with an alternative. Streets Department. And what they came up with was the idea of Mississippi. Now, North Mississippi from Riverside to 8th, it's actually wider than Montana. A lot of people say, why don't you do Montana? Montana doesn't have curb and gutter the whole length. Montana is actually narrower. And the idea is that on the west side of Mississippi, you'd stripe it for a bike walking lane.
Okay.
And put up no parking.
Okay.
Which all sounds reasonable and everything like that, except for the people that live there didn't like it, and they showed up.
Okay.
And they expressed themselves. So this is democracy in action. Actually, there are 6 people signed up to speak on this one. And
is it they just afraid there's too many people? It's going to create too much traffic there?
Well, some of them didn't want traffic. Some of them wanted to have it a bit, didn't want to lose the parking option, even though there's no houses at front onto Mississippi from the west side of the street, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but the end result was there were 4 yeses, 5 noes, and it failed.
So back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board. We'll see. I think what we're going to have to do eventually, because this is the second bite of this apple, is we're going to have to basically have to go to the end where the bird sanctuary is, the trail. There's a little spur that goes off that goes behind Nazarene Church, goes up to 8th Street and ends.
Okay.
We're going to have to figure a way to get that spur either along 8th and then across 8th or across 8th somewhere and somehow interconnect it. We'll see. It's unfortunate. I know a lot of people poured their efforts into this.
Sure.
But
now, just out of curiosity, the people that were against this last night, are they for connecting these two, but just not this way? Or are they like, no, we don't want nothing to do with it. We don't leave it alone, and
many of them suggested Montana.
Okay.
The city engineer, Mr. Nahar, talked about why that was not the desirable one.
Okay.
Now, a lot of them said the alley, and of course we went down that. We've already been down that road.
Sure.
They're not opposed to the idea.
Okay.
They just don't want it. Not in my backyard.
Sure. The NIMBY.
NIMBY. And that's the way it works.
All right. Well, then I guess the planners and engineers will get back to the drawing board and see if we can come up with another option.
So by this point, like I said, we spent an hour on this. This is now 10:30
All right.
at night. 10:30, I take another recess because we need it. We've gone through the ringer on this one.
Bleary-eyed.
And we lost two more counselors, Counselor Foster and Counselor Sanchez. Counselor Foster, I know, has teacher meetings
I was
today.
about to say, yeah, he had his day job.
He's got a day job. We kept on going through, and actually things kind of really picked up at this point. We zipped through a lot of things that we're dealing with. The sale of the land to Ergon Asphalt, that's the emulsion plant down at the base. We accepted the really mundane, don't build a skyscraper on the property and interfere with the flight pattern.
Mm-hmm.
That rule from the FAA. So we got that done. We approved two collective bargaining agreements, one with police officers and one with utility workers. This was interesting. This came up when we were doing the final budget back in July.
Okay.
We did appropriate funding for resurfacing and repair of the Cahoon Park tennis courts.
Okay.
So that got done in a more orderly manner. I actually broke a tie on that one and said, no, we're not going to squeeze this in now, but we're going to deal with it. We did. So we're going to get that done. We had a citywide program for neighborhood streets. So what am I talking about here? So we had appropriated $500,000 to do micro, kind of like resurfacing a little bit. It's not like a mill and fill. It's a much more simple process.
It's more than filling in potholes, but less than resurfacing.
Correct. So we have $500,000, and what the plan is that we would spread that throughout the whole city rather than one neighborhood or one part of the city getting all the work. It was to be spread. It's to be spread throughout the city through the 5 wards.
Gotcha.
So what we got last night was the list for each of the wards, and although it's more than $100,000 worth of work per ward, we got to see what the priorities. And the priorities were picked by the staff based on that pavement assessment we had done. So it's a little bit different way of doing things, but it's to ensure that this is evenly distributed around the city, that we don't have one part getting all the attention and the other part being ignored.
Gotcha.
Well, we had a little bit of a discussion, but not as much as I had thought. And this one went through. Councilor Orpesa didn't like it, but it still passed 6-1.
Okay.
So we were rocking and rolling. That, I think, basically when we came back from the break at 10:31, I threatened to boil them in oil if we didn't buckle down. Not quite. Well, not quite. But there was a whole lot of 7-0 votes, and let's put it this way: we were done with all of that stuff by about...
The fire was lit.
Yeah. We did all that in about 50 minutes.
Of course, they were probably just as anxious to get out of there as you were. So.
Yeah, so we did about 15 items in like 50 minutes. All right. We have a few housekeeping. And then at the very end, city manager gave us a report on upcoming events. And one of the things mentioned is this afternoon's all-inclusive park.
Yes. Meeting, I guess.
Yeah, it's
presentation.
We're gonna. It's not a groundbreaking because we don't have a contractor yet, but it's going to be dedication.
Yeah, maybe that's a good word.
Okay, appreciation. I think what it is, we're calling it a appreciation celebration.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which is like, wow. Sometimes I think Mr. Nebb's a better politician than I am. Where'd you come up with it? What appreciation celebration?
I know what we need. Another adjective.
Whoa! There we go. Bipolar. No, wait, never mind. No, we're not going to go down that road. Transportation. Anyway, so we're doing the appreciation celebration for the and we're going to have some different speakers, folks from Kiwanis Autism. Apparently, the governor sent down a proclamation. She's not going to attend, and
that's too bad.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm behaving myself. Governor gave a lot of money in capital outlay for this. We're going to have to. And the interesting thing is that there's cities putting a chunk into this too, and a lot of people don't appreciate that or recognize that. End result is we got done. There was a couple of things that we stumbled on. The condemnation. I'm hopeful that we can have the owner down there succeed in getting their property redone. They got taken advantage of by an unlicensed contractor, and that's really, man, I cannot stress enough. Especially we have like a hailstorms come through, and that damages people's roofs, and you end up with these ne'er-do-wells that come through.
Yeah.
Make sure you deal with a licensed, bonded contractor. Somebody that will pull the permits, because, I mean, the staff is really in an awkward position. They don't want to cause people grief, but hey, you've got to do what the state statute says.
Yeah, it's that's why they always say do your homework for picking contractors and things.
Right.
So, we're out of time here, but it sounded like a lot got done, despite the fact it did take long time to get there.
Yeah.
Of course, if you'd love to see it, you can go back and watch it.
You can.
Roswell-nm.gov. You'll find it there at your leisure. There and all the city, well, at least not every single, but one for the last couple of years anyway.
Yeah.
City council meetings there.
And they're out there. It's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Do you get to get a little lesser day today, or is it pretty busy?
I got to do we're going to do the dedication, and then actually we're going to slip out of town. Going to go see our oldest daughter.
Well, good. Safe travels.
All right.
We'll see you next time here.
Yes, sir.
A couple weeks, I'm guessing. At some point, we'll see you again.
Yeah, I know.
I got a feeling I'll see you before next month.
I do. I agree. We're gonna have some interesting stuff.
Very good.
All
Take
right.
care and have a great weekend.
All right.
It is 8 o'clock. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
A solid clip last month, even in the face of sticker shock in grocery aisles, car showrooms, and restaurants.
The Commerce Department says retail sales rose a seasonally adjusted 0.7% in September from the month before. Consensus estimates were for a decrease of 0.5%, according to a survey of economists by FactSet. Sales at clothing and accessory stores rose 1.1%, while online sales were up 0.6%.
That's correspondent Jeremy House. A longtime British lawmaker stabbed multiple times while meeting with constituents in a church east of London. The BBC's Pete Sewell is following the story.
Sir David Amos was having, as a lot of MPs do on a Friday, their regular constituency surgery in Leigh-on-Sea. Essex police have confirmed that they have arrested a man following reports of a stabbing there.
At last word, paramedics are treating the 69-year-old lawmaker at the scene of the attack. MP David Amos, a member of Prime Minister Johnson's Conservative Party. Chicago police officers will not be sent home this weekend. for failing to comply with a new COVID vaccination reporting mandate.
Mayor Lori Lightfoot said officers who don't report their vaccination status won't be moved to no pay status this weekend because confirming compliance will take a few days. In a video posted Tuesday, Fraternal Order of Police President John Catanzara instructed officers to file for vaccine exemptions and to not enter information into the city's portal.
That's correspondent Mike Gracia. A federal appeals court has rejected the latest bid by the Biden administration to strike down the Texas abortion law. Watching Wall Street, the Dow is up 304 points, the Nasdaq 47 points higher, and the S&P is up 27 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
You spend a third of your life in bed. That's why we make the most comfortable sheets in the very best way. I'm Scott Tannen. 8 years ago, my wife Missy and I founded Boll & Branch to create the new standard in bedding. We source pure organic cotton and put workers' rights first. Today, Boll & Branch makes the highest quality sheets in the entire industry. You'll feel the difference of our famous signature sheets. They're made from pure organic cotton and get softer with every single wash. Now's the perfect time to try Boll & Branch sheets, pillows, bath towels, and so much more. Each is made with super soft organic cotton by workers who are paid fairly and have come to feel like family. It's time to make the better choice and get the new standard in bedding. Visit bollandbranch.com today for free shipping and returns.
Experience a new standard of comfort at bollandbranch.com and take 15% off your first set of sheets with promo code GOLD. That's BOLL and branch.com. Promo code GOLD.
Dock workers in the Italian port of Trieste are on strike. They're upset over being required to show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test.
Around 2,000 strikers were gathered at the entrance to the port in Trieste. It's a maritime gateway for northern Italy, Germany, Austria and Central Europe. Some union leaders said the port was at a standstill, even though pickets were allowing through those who wanted to work. There'd been warnings of disruption if the government made the Green Pass mandatory in all workplaces. More than a tenth of the workforce is unvaccinated. Employees can be suspended without pay if they persist in showing up without a pass. Resistance has led to protests, one of which degenerated into a riot in Rome last weekend.
The BBC's Mike Sanders. The Brexit brawl kicked into high gear today, sticking points, Northern Ireland and French fishing rights. This almost a year after the deal on free trade was supposed to have officially sealed the separation of the EU and the UK. Townhall.com. Senator John Cornyn says his fundraising committee collected more than $2 million for fellow Republicans in the third quarter.
Senator Cornyn won't be up for re-election himself until 2026. For 2022, the senior senator from Texas is using his Cornyn Victory Fund to raise money for all GOP senators up for re-election. The effort comes as Republicans hope for a major midterm election season win. Republicans hope to regain their majorities in both the House and Senate for the remaining 2 years of President Biden's term in office. Bob Agnew reporting.
After losing a legal fight, the Biden administration plans to reinstate the Trump-era Remain in Mexico policy, a policy previously denounced by the Biden team. It required migrants to wait in Mexico for their asylum hearings. However, the Mexican government would have to give its okay for the policy to be brought back. Let's get on Wall Street this hour. The Dow is up 299 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. Then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And I want to go long. And good morning. I don't know why. I just wanted to.
Well, thanks for the extra prep time. I was like, all right, he's stretching it out.
Good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday.
Do it again.
Friday.
It's just nice.
You know what tomorrow is? Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's after Saturday?
Sunday.
Domingo.
And then it don't matter what's after that.
Nah, pretty much. We don't talk about that. It's like the side of the family we just
Stop
don't...
looking too far in the future. Look for today.
Exactly. Live for now. We're on the good side of the weekend. Live for now.
You know, one thing I am bummed a little bit about this Friday. There are no more new Ted Lassos for me to watch.
Really?
The season finale of Ted Lasso was last Friday.
This is where you need to adopt
I don't have a new Ted Lasso.
You need to adopt one of my bad habits.
I'm looking for a new bad habit.
Oh,
yes,
well,
please tell me.
Let me. Yeah. What I will do is I will dwell in a series. If I find a show that I like, I'll go back and rewatch it, again. Maybe find some episodes that I really, really liked and watch those a few more times. I'm like that with a lot of the shows that I watch, mostly the Canadian ones, weirdly. Like Trailer Park Boys and Letterkenny are the two that come to mind.
Okay.
I can instantly, if there's nothing else on, I know that there's like 4 episodes of both of those shows I could put on and be entertained.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a chance to rediscover. You know what? You're a background watcher. You're somebody that loves watching backgrounds. And Bill Lawrence, he's somebody that works in background stuff. So go back and rewatch it from a different perspective. Just watch the backgrounds.
Okay. Maybe I will. I will. You know, oddly enough, I have in the back of my head kind of thinking, you know, I liked the first season, but you know, I didn't really get like into it until several episodes in, and once they hook you, then they got you. So now I'm like, maybe I should watch those first episodes again from this different perspective, where now I know the characters.
You know that you like it. You know that it's a hit.
That is a valid.
It's, you know what, Scrubs is a great example of that, and that's another Bill Lawrence show. I've watched and rewatched the entire series of Scrubs without that 9 season, because we don't talk about that season. Probably 4 times all the way through.
Why is it shows like Community and Scrubs? They always have that one season we don't talk about.
You know what it is? It's TV executives. They're like, we can get one more season out of this dead horse.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll tell you this.
I would even throw the final season of Enterprise for people that, that's a bit.
At that point, you know that the actors are only in it for they got that extra pay bump, and that's why they stayed.
Well, that's what gets me mad, because a lot of these shows that get canceled that are good, and then if they give them notice they're getting canceled, and it's like, well, you got the rest of the season to finish the story, then that's when they always turn garbage.
Well, go back and look at Scrubs, what they did for the last season, and they screwed Scrubs. They moved them to ABC for their 8th season, which would have been their final season. Then ABC decided, well, this last season, the first season of them was a huge hit.
Yeah.
So they opted for the 9th. They had none of the cast stick around, except for like McGinley and like 2 or 3 others. Zach Braff only stuck around for like 8 episodes just to transition in the new cast, and it was garbage.
And he probably paid him a lot of money to do that.
Tons. Like I think it was like $1 million or $1 million or $2 million an episode just for that last season. I'll tell you this: if you're looking for something to kind of fill some time, a great series that people slept on, I'm not sure where to find it. Angie Tribeca.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah.
It was a USA Network show.
No, it was TBS.
Or TBS, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but go back and watch that, because it's in the vein of Naked Gun.
Wasn't Carell in that for a hot minute, or like a
no,
cameo?
it's
I thought he did
no, he was
guest appearance.
He might have popped in for a quick second, but no, it's Rashida Jones.
Yeah, I know Rashida Jones is but I thought like there was someone like Carell that was in it too. Or
it's
something like
that perfect show for you, because it's like, I think it's actually got some of the Naked Gun writers involved, and it's very much like.
Surely you must be kidding.
Oh, I am not. I'm very serious. Don't call me Shirley. It's got a lot of those style of jokes, a lot of stuff happening in the background of the show. So I think it's something that could fill some time for you.
I got a recommended clickbait.
Oh.
To watch.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, not like.
I was like,
here's
careful,
some clickbait.
Be careful with that.
I get that's a Netflix show, right? Clickbait. I want to say I saw that on Netflix.
Probably.
Yeah,
everything's a Netflix show.
I would. Well, and then everyone's talking about that other show on Netflix,
Squid Game.
Yeah, Squid Game,
which I want to check out, but every time I go to try to, everybody's like, oh, it's pretty messed up.
What I saw online, and I have no idea what this show's about, other than it looks like some kind of weird game show or something. But it's a movie?
It's a series.
Series, okay. Yeah. I saw people, at least two people say online that I respect their opinion of programming. Basically say, go watch it. Don't try to research it. Don't try to do anything.
Yeah, go in raw.
Just go in raw. You're going to like it so much more than if you kind of know what the gist is going on.
That's what I've heard.
So I've deliberately not tried to research it on the off chance that maybe I'm just going to watch this thing one day.
Right.
But it does, the little glimpses I've heard and seen, it's weird, man.
It's real weird. The only thing I've seen of it, I watched the show Binging with Babish on YouTube. And he did one of the things from the show, which is the Dalgona. It's like a disc of caramel.
Yeah.
But it's very, very brittle. And the task in this episode, I guess, was they had to remove a shape from this disc of caramel.
Yeah.
And the shape this guy had to remove was an umbrella. And he just looked at it and he's like, I'm dead.
So she's saying clickbait is kind of in the same vein as the Squid Game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So both good, but very crazy. Gotcha. So
yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to check out Squid Game. It looks real interesting.
I'm gonna check out both. It sounds like those are me viewings, not we as
I feel like that's
gonna
be something I have to wait for next week because I have to not do it with the kids around. I've heard it's real gory. I've heard it's real graphic.
This might be like after 9 o'clock when my wife goes to bed. That's when old Mikey parties.
Honey, you
Fridays.
like documentaries about oceans and stuff, right? Well, check out this limited run series I found called Squid Game.
Yeah, it's like that one with the octopus.
Yeah, it's exciting. Squid Game. It's a game, but with squids. Come on.
Yeah.
Come along with me for this fun family watch.
Nope. My wife, she gets tired, passes out about 9:30 Friday night. Then I'm like, it's Mikey TV time.
It's Mikey time.
Mikey time. I throw off my pants.
Do that thing like in the movie Stay Tuned where the remote just comes out of your sleeve.
That's right. I got the breakaway pants just come off, sitting in my chair.
Dude.
In my underpants, watching TV.
I was so happy. I bought, and sadly for the funeral, my first Pearl Snap shirt.
Good for you.
Dude, it's so good for me because you can, after a long day, you can just crack.
I know,
and you're free. That. It's so nice. I bought my first one as an adult. It was exciting. Really exciting. It was an exciting moment for me because after the funeral, I was just like, I'm done.
So you wore it to the funeral?
Oh yeah.
Well, no wonder they were complaining you didn't have your bolo tie on.
Yeah,
tell me you had a pearl button shirt.
Well,
on.
I had to get a nice shirt, and I went to a Walmart in Oklahoma. What are my options?
Well, pearl button shirt, and bolo tie is like peas and carrots.
It was denim. It was black denim, but it was denim.
Well, no wonder no one's there like, where's your bolo? That's like going to a hoedown without your hat, man.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, I thought about getting the hat. I just I didn't feel like I was ready to commit to the bit that much.
Please wear your denim pearl button shirt to work one day. Please.
All right. I guess.
Please.
Yes, Andrea, I'll wear my pearl button down shirt. Pearl snap shirt.
It is 8:14. Let's go ahead and do some weather. By the way, I haven't even done the rundown.
Oh, yeah.
I thanked McDonald's. I did all that, but I forgot to do the rundown. We're going to have County Manager Bill Williams and Chaves County Sheriff Mike Harrington and Under Sheriff Charles Eastlis join us. They're going to talk a little bit county stuff, talking a little bit about the jail, a little bit about just some other stuff happening around the county and all that, too. So they'll join us in just a bit. Later on, we'll get you up to date with local news, along with your town hall business update and whatever else we can come up with for today's show.
Indeed.
Can't wait till tonight where I'm watching TV in my underpants.
Can't wait to put on that pearl snap and just pop out of it.
Oh,
dude, that and some breakaway pants. I'm telling you, you just do the crack snap, and all of a sudden you're in your unders. It's good stuff.
Oh yeah, she agrees. She wants to see the denim pearl button shirt on air, please. All right, 8:15.
Right. People have spoken.
While we all fantasize about Sean in that shirt, we're gonna give you the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Cold front dropping into eastern New Mexico today, and that'll keep our temperatures pretty comfortable. The wind will be a little gusty through the afternoon, but we will have sunshine. Our afternoon highs right around 70. It'll be clear overnight, upper 30s to low 40s, and then near 70 and sunny again tomorrow. Low 40s and clear Saturday night, mid 70s, and sunny weather continues on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, Give me back my headphones there. 55 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 29%. The wind gauge must be, the squirrels must be on break out there at the airport because the wind speeds aren't available at the moment. For today, sunny skies, cooler, high of only 69 expected. Yeah, it's fall, folks. We're actually getting fall temperatures. Enjoy. North winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, clear skies, overnight low of 37. I believe this will be the first time this season we see below 40 for overnight lows, inching that much closer to that first freeze. Northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For you Saturday, another cool day, sunny skies, highs near 68 expected. Winds be out of the south 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, mostly clear with an overnight low of 42, south winds 5 to 10. And then Sunday is a warmer day. Sunny skies, high of 75, south winds 5 to 10. And then we're going to be back into the low to mid 80s for Monday. Low 80s on Tuesday, then back into the upper 70s on Wednesday and Thursday of next week. All right, it is 17 minutes after 8 o'clock. And tomorrow, that's the time. Let me ask you, what does it feel like using a hot tub in your own backyard? What do you think that feels like? You don't know, do you? Because you don't got one. Well, get one. Imagine yourself sitting in a hot tub, looking out as the stars above your head as the hot water melts away your stresses of the day. Well, can you imagine that serene relaxation? You can do it for yourself, all from your own backyard, because today and tomorrow, All About Spas here in Roswell is having their big parking lot sale. It was 3 days only, started yesterday. You're out of luck on yesterday, but you still got today and you still got tomorrow for huge savings. Find the perfect spa, and for a limited time, find it at a deeply discounted price. Get your backyard ready for fall and winter and save big. Again, today and tomorrow only at All About Spas, located on North Main, right across from Discount Tire, right here in Roswell. All right, it is 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll have Sheriff Mike Harrington and County Manager Bill Williams, Charles Eastles as well, here in just a bit. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
It's October, and that means it's time to paint Roswell Honda pink. We've partnered up with the Chaves County Cancer Fund to help raise much-needed money, and we're gearing up for another amazing year. Roswell Honda is giving away some great prizes, including 2 Michael Kors designer purses, pretty in pink, of course. Stop by for your free entry or 3 with any qualified test drive. And that's not all. With rebates, incentives, and discounts, and with rates never being this low, there's never been a better time to get behind the wheel. Roswell Honda knows that times are tough, and we're here to help and take some of the stress out of your life. It's just a part of what makes this hometown proud. Help us make it happen for the Chaves County Cancer Fund and paint it pink this month at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Mays Lumber has all the hard-to-find hardwood you've been looking for. Oak, cherry, walnut, poplar, and maple. Plus, hard-to-find exotic woods like purple heart, zebra wood, ambrosia maple, black limba, and bloodwood. Perfect for that one-of-a-kind gift piece or table. Get ready with Formica and Wilson Art countertops in 12-footer custom length with installation available. Make it happen at Mays Lumber, 115 South Virginia in Roswell, serving southeastern New Mexico and beyond since 1934.
Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Amigo Machinery, 2801 Southeast Main Street, Roswell.
When you're not feeling well, the last thing you want to worry about is how soon you can get in to see your healthcare provider, or even finding a provider if you don't have one. Well, now you can feel better, knowing that the Loveless Healthcare Center in Roswell offers same-day or next-day appointments for when you're not feeling well, or for checkups, annual exams, or any chronic issues that need attention. To schedule an appointment or to find a new healthcare provider, call 625-3222 today.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
We serve all New Mexico. If you think it's hard to take out a home loan, those rumors are wrong. It's not true. Contact Loan Officer Elliot Rodriguez, MLS number 41002 at CMG Financial, phone number 719-237-4680. At CMG Financial, we can help. Experience extraordinary with CMG Financial, every customer, every time, no exceptions, no excuses. CMG Financial is a registered trade name of CMG Mortgage Incorporated, MLS 1820. CMG Mortgage Incorporated is equal opportunity lender. To verify complete list of states licensed, visit www.mlsconsumersaccess.org.
Equal fair housing is the right for everyone to have access to all housing opportunities without discrimination based on race, religion, national origin, sex, color, familial status, or disability.
Christmas came early at Richland Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. A huge inventory has finally arrived at the dealership. Every type of Ram truck you've been waiting for. 2500s, 3500s, even some 4500s. Been looking for a new Dodge Charger or Challenger? They've got them at Richland. And don't go far looking for a new Jeep, Wranglers, Cherokees, Gladiators, even some work vans. It's like Christmas came early. But hurry, these will go fast. Richland on Southeast Main in Roswell.
Family fun awaits you at Night of the Living Zoo, happening October 29th and 30th from 5 to 9 p.m. each day at the Spring River Zoo in Roswell. Bring out the whole family for trick-or-treating, fun games and activities, all part of a frightful, fun family night. Get your tickets now. Pre-purchase your tickets online at roswellconnect.com. Night of the Living Zoo, October 29th and 30th at the Spring River Zoo on East College in Roswell. Come and enjoy some family fun, if you dare.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Alaska is the only state name that can be typed on one row of keys. Go ahead and try typing the other 49 states. We'll wait. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Chavez County Manager Bill Williams, and then, of course, from the Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Mike Harrington, and Under Sheriff Charles Eastless with us. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. How are you?
Thank you for having us. This reminds me of my high school days. Surround yourself with the football players, and then just run your mouth. You know? That's right, yeah. I'm in good company today. Just try something, Mike. Try something. That's right.
Which way did he go, George?
Now we got the big guys here today, and really the purpose of this is the county commissioners want to go on record and thank these guys for all the hard work that they do. I mean, they do a lot of things that people don't realize. They're kind of sight unseen. Mike keeps us very informed, of course, but still people don't understand all the work that they do, and we oftentimes forget to thank them for all the stuff we've done.
Well, this is that thin blue line thing we talk about. The idea is we, the general public, go about our day, go see your movies, go have lunch, and just worry about your day. But the Sheriff's Department and all law enforcement, absolutely. Like the fair, just the fair, everyone's out there going, but there's some people that do things at the fair that cause some problems and things. But Sheriff's Department, all the law enforcement agencies, they take care of it, and for the most part, you don't even know this stuff goes on. You go about your day and do your thing, and that's the kind of stuff I think you're talking about.
That's exactly the stuff we're talking about. Is that we had a individual break out of our detention center.
Yes,
the second one ever. Since this detention center was built. Anyway, I don't know about the old 1920s stuff.
I mean, we had a lot of cowboys and things. I imagine there was quite a few jailbreaks back in the day.
But we had an individual that managed to get into an unsecure area.
Okay.
And, the jail is constructed with concrete ceilings and bulletproof glass. It's steel doors. There's all kinds of stuff.
It doesn't quite look like Martha Stewart went through there.
Right. No, it does not. Right. And the guy managed to get into a place he shouldn't have been in, and that allowed him to get out. And even everyone has heard that, he got through the ceiling. And even the ceiling wasn't just your typical drywall ceiling. I mean, it was a reinforced ceiling, but, he managed to get through it, And he was a small individual, so the hole was not very large.
He basically did a kind of an El Chapo move a little bit here.
Yeah, something.
He just went the other way.
Yeah, not quite building, railroad cars and tunnels and things, but definitely, tunneling his way out, going up.
But all that stuff has all been fixed. We went through the place with a fine-tooth comb. We added some locks. We did some other additional things to correct it, and it's more secure than ever. But you know what happened? We called. They called the sheriff's department. Of course, I had to report this. Sheriff's department was up for 24 hours easily. All those people that were setting up for the fair, no one had anything to be afraid of because these guys, they came out.
That's right.
And did the
Despite
job,
everything going on, everything, and he was back in custody within a short amount of time.
Yeah, within 30 hours.
Yeah,
and that's really amazing. But the one thing I wanted to say about the jail and the way that a lot of that went on. When a person does something like that, we're thankful when they get out that nothing serious happened, right?
Sure. Absolutely. Nobody got hurt. But everybody's.
It taught us of a weakness in the jail, and we were able to go in and strengthen that and make it better.
Sure.
So that's, sometimes you have to have little things happen to learn what you need to fix because you'll never know until it happens. So we're on the ball right away. And one thing that I want to say is the sheriff, we have the support of the county manager, the county commissioners. They work hand in hand with us. They were kept up to date on everything as it happens, just like I do with every major thing that's going on within this county. I try to keep them up to date on everything. You don't want to be surprised with a phone call and you be the man in charge of this county and not know what's happening. So I like to keep them informed. But one thing I do want to say about the fairs while we're on the fair, Dexter Fire Department came out there and worked that fair for free.
That's awesome.
The Mounted Patrol came out and worked that fair for free. And then I had deputies who came in overtime as well as all of my administration who don't get paid any overtime, came out and worked that fair.
We had adult probation and parole come out.
Yep, adult probation and parole.
That's awesome.
But the reason that it was done is it is so important. We don't care if the fair pays us or doesn't pay us, because we didn't
care that the fair happens.
We care that it happens,
we're safe.
And more importantly, the people of this community needed something to do,
That's right.
and they've been waiting forever for this. And so when it happened, we're glad. We want them to come out, be able to do something, and be safe while they're doing it. And I'm going to tell you, they were walking around enjoying it, not worrying about what's going on around them.
Yeah.
Because everywhere you look, there was a deputy.
Yeah.
Or a mounted patrolman or whatever.
Times I was out there, everywhere you looked, there was someone within eyesight that to turn to if you needed help.
You needed help.
Right. I was at the front gate and I met, it was amazing to see people. I met people from Rio Rancho, from Albuquerque, from Lee County, Eddy County, people that came from all over southeastern New Mexico and northern New Mexico just because our fair went.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, theirs didn't turn out or may not have had.
We're going to have to change the name to the Eastern Mexico State Fair to just State Fair.
But it was amazing. And one night, and I'll tell you, one night, the head count through one gate was over 5,600 people.
That's
that is amazing.
Yeah.
And it is great to see everyone out there enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
And getting back to some type of normalcy.
Absolutely.
And just like Sheriff Harrington said, people needed something to do. We're tired of being locked up and told to stay home.
We're communal people, and we want to be in our community.
And we have a great fair.
Yeah.
The livestock, alone.
I mean,
I dig pigs. I always go to the pig barn. I mean, that's my highlight of the fair. Other people, I got a funnel cake. Great.
I eat pigs.
Me too.
There you go. I got to see the pig.
I got that hat on just because I want. I joke with people, and I'm not trying to offend nobody, but it looks like a yarmulke, right?
Yeah. It does.
And so I tell people I'm a Jew for pork. So
I see the insignia on the top. Now I see the insignia.
Well.
Bacon is my God. I'm just kidding. I'm just making joke. But something I also wanted to bring up, and this is something I was mentioning with Bill here. We're kind of getting back to the jail escape thing. This is something that I just want to make sure people realize is This is the amazing thing of the human spirit and the human brain.
Yeah.
Once we make up our mind and determine to do something, we can. You'll go through amazing feats to do that. And when you look at some of the folks that call the jail home and that they don't want to be there, and they're literally doing nothing but 24/7,
24 hours a day, thinking about how to get out.
They're going to figure out a way.
Sure.
It's just the human. There's a will, there's a way. And so
they find the vulnerabilities, absolutely, and then it's our job to plug those those leaks.
Like the sheriff said, that's how we learn some of these things. I mean, you can get the most mastermind engineers on the planet to design a unescapable jail, and I guarantee you give an inmate enough time and enough resources in his brain, he's going to figure, or she's going to figure out a way to get out of there. I mean, and for anybody that doesn't believe me, go turn on like National Geographic and watch one of these people in bar shows. There's one on Netflix called Jailbirds.
Yeah.
Go check that one out. And they use the toilets like telephones. I mean, they literally have a whole community, and they do things like they. If you need to they will tell you how to get high on the weirdest things on the planet. They literally, like, you give them like a Benadryl, and next thing you know, they've got a illegal narcotic on their hand. It's almost impressive how they can do this stuff.
And there's a whole lot of things that have to be done to run a jail properly, and we're very fortunate. We have good staff, but it takes a community to run a jail.
Absolutely.
So
takes a village.
What day was that? I believe it was Wednesday that Sheriff Harrington and his deputies, they went out and they checked the front of the jail. Everyone says behind the bars, you got to make sure, and we have guards that make sure that no illegal substances or things are found in there. If they find it, they do a shakedown. Well, from time to time, the sheriff will surprise them and go out, and he will check the front and make sure that it's not coming in from other means.
Sure. Right. Well, and there's always that potential that they get to someone.
Really is.
People, and whether they're doing something on purpose or just sloppy.
How do you think the El Chapos of the world get where they want to do?
Forgot what they were doing, and they went out and they conducted
and using the sheriff's office as well as the Roswell Police Department K-9 units.
Right.
We went through all of the areas where the guards and the civilian population are most of the time. Didn't go into the pods right now. We've got the coronavirus,
well,
and we got people locked down. But we also, but what this was about was, and the jail out there knows this, that I have already said, and along with the county, that we are going to do this often, but never being known when.
Gotcha.
Anytime,
so it could be
often, but unannounced.
Unannounced. Right. So we went out there, worked those dogs to death. Everything went very well. Very happy with the end results, and but it kept everybody on their toes, and it also gave the dogs some good training.
Sure.
So it works out both ways.
Well, and it's and I would imagine the administration at the facility, at the jail there, because that's a tool for them too. They want they want to know where the cracks in the armor are, so they can fix them. And so that we don't want to find the cracks in the armor by our inmates. We want to find it because
it's a great training opportunity for them and for us. Plus, we make sure that the JAFE is safe and secure for the community, which is what the commissioners are all about. There's no withholding funding for law enforcement in Chaves County. I mean, we're all in to do whatever we need to.
We're all vested.
And I know everybody's looking for work right now, but in law enforcement and corrections, if you're looking for a career for your family, there's great options in both.
So. ChavesCounty.gov. You can go online. You can get an application. Those are always available. And
great benefits.
Mike and Charles are both looking for qualified people. And if you aren't a certified officer, but you're interested and you want to take it on, they'll train you. They'll send you to the academy.
They'll go and get your progress from reports from Hobbs and everything else.
I just did the parent teacher conference, and I want to say something real quick.
Yeah,
that deputy is doing amazing. Is in the running for valedictorian.
Nice, top of the class here.
Yeah. She is
good for her.
She is very smart and and we're very, very proud.
Excellent.
Not just of her, but of all the deputies that have come out.
How much time she got left at the academy?
She is on week 11. Out of 16.
Is it 16 weeks?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So she's doing good.
She's got about a little over a month here, and then so just out of curiosity, since we're talking about it, once they complete the academy, obviously they don't say, "Here's a car and good luck to you."
Right.
What happens next after that?
She comes back and goes through another 3 months of training.
FTO.
With field training officers.
So ride with the officer and
teach you. The academy was great, but we're going to teach you how to apply that to the street.
Sure.
Because once you get out there and it's a split-second decision, you have to be able to figure out all that stuff they taught you at the academy.
Mm-hmm.
How do we apply that now?
Well, and also to the county, the sheriff's department, law enforcement, the frequent, the neighborhood. The areas they patrol.
Believe
so
me.
There's that. Even if the police officer is born and raised here, they still may not know the frequent flyers, the people that they're going to be coming across all the time.
Especially if they just started this job.
Yeah, and so that 3 months is almost not just some cementing training, but also,
familiarization.
Meet your beat. Meet your beat here. Meet the people on your beat. Meet the folks here. And hey, by the way, look out for her. She's going to be, if you need help, come to her. But if you're goofing around, she's going to crack. She's going to crack down on that.
There's two groups that you want to know. You want to know the bad guy, and you want to know the good guys who want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Because without the people talking to you, you don't solve anything. And so the guys who are always causing problems, we're going to go out there, we're going to deal with them, and we're going to see them again over and over.
Yeah.
And the only way, though, like I said, we really solve crime within the United States of America or in the world, period, is whenever somebody tells you and gives you information on things. And so my goal is not only when they come back to teach them the bad guy, but to get out there and teach them community policing.
Yeah.
And that's very important. Let people know this is the deputy that's now going to be working in your area.
Mm-hmm.
Please contact them if you have any information or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's really good for my deputies to know we deal with the bad guy, but there's so many more good people that want to tell you and help you enforce the law, make it safe.
Yeah, and even the bad guys, they're humans, and there's times, where there's compassion, and that's where, as peace officers, you gotta play the Kenny Rogers, the gambler. It's like, all right, when do I need to play guidance counselor?
You're the Renaissance man.
Or when do I need to play enforcer?
Exactly.
And that's where and the same bad guy you've been dealing with all the time. Sometimes you got to be the enforcer, but other times you got to be the mentor, the person to just sit down and say, dude, what's going on, man? Let's why do we keep doing the same thing over here? What's going on? And that's part of that familiarity and getting with and doing the social side of policing, and that's.
But the things that they do are just amazing. You brought up a minute ago about you live someplace, but you don't really realize what's going on. I grew up around here, back in the 70s, back before Mike was around. And
he
of course
was with his bell bottoms, and
we knew. You probably shouldn't over in that area.
My hair all curly like
the big fro,
big mustache. But we knew there were certain places where you probably didn't need to go or do things, but there was stuff just like now that goes on around you that you don't know. If you're not into that, you don't know a lot of these things that are going on, and so their ability to take a trainee and take them out and say, okay, here's some things you probably want to watch for. And I've been amazed at the things that are going on right under my nose because that's not something I was ever trained to do.
I said the exact same thing.
So we're very fortunate to have such good trained people and such people that are willing to train and share their knowledge with incoming.
Give you an example of that. One thing is when you put a new person in your car and you're driving down the road, you can pass right by somebody standing on the side of the road, and you're like that. I wonder what that guy's doing. And the person in the passenger seat's like that. What guy? They don't even see it. Or, as you're driving by, you're like, hey, did you see that person at that window looking in?
Yeah.
They're like that. No, I didn't even see. But it's because as you're moving, you're seeing little things, and every movement catches your eye.
Sure.
But it's fun to watch like you said, the things that you take for granted, and they are oblivious to.
You don't
And
realize
so it's
how
really-
not observant you are until until someone points it out to you. You think, oh, I'm a
Exactly.
pretty observant person. It's like, are you?
People
What's
and-
going on there and there? Oh.
People and places. Because 24 years ago, and I always tell the story, 24 years ago, the sheriff was my FTO, and we were on nights. Well, I went to days at the end, drove by, and I said, hey, when did they build that building? That's always been there. It's amazing what you see during the day that you don't see at night.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. Doing this job takes you out into places that you normally wouldn't go. And it allows you to see the county.
Sure.
It allows you to see the county as a whole in places where you normally wouldn't drive out or do anything. And we tell, sometimes we'll have someone says, the roads are bothering me. I'm learning the roads. Take your family, take a weekend, get a Coke, take a drive.
Yeah.
And learn your community.
Yeah.
And that's the main
Go get
thing.
lost.
This is where you live. This is where you work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Although certain neighborhoods, maybe get lost during the day.
Well, it's like it's like off vacation. Pop, roll them up. Get on out here. Yeah, that's how it is. But
smell America. Roll up the windows.
So let me just say this too. I want to get this out there. Just a day ago or 2 days ago now, I put out an all call to the community to help me with candy.
Yes.
For the trick or treats and things that we're going to be doing, the trunk or treats. And yesterday we just had a flood.
It was amazing.
Of people bringing us candy, and we still need more.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you, it is amazing to see people that come out to help whenever you call upon them. So
Awesome.
it's really a good thing.
Well, good deal. So sheriff needs more candy.
Absolutely.
If we're asking for candy, I'm American Legion Post 61. We got our Halloween event.
Yes.
On the 30th there.
October 30th.
Yeah. If you'd like, you can drop some candy off here too, and we're giving that out to the kids at that event too.
Absolutely.
So grab it while you're grabbing a bag for the sheriff. Grab one for the Post 61 if you don't mind.
Well, I'll tell you, it's amazing,
It's all for the
and they do this, and but that goes back to what we were saying. So not only does the sheriff department feel as though they have the support of the community, but we also have the support of the commission and the county manager. And this is something I'm going to tell you, things have really changed with that confidence since Bill has taken over as the county manager. And I'll tell you, it has been really good to see how all the departments are working together.
Yeah.
Everybody understands. He's approachable. We can go there. We can talk to him, and you feel like part of the team, and that's very important when you have a entity that like ours that is of different types of jobs or careers, but we all serve the same purpose.
Sure,
and that is to make Chaves County a better place.
And there's so much goes on at the county that I have no idea of what goes on. Just like the SO I was talking about.
Yeah.
Not recognizing things. The assessor's office, I don't know what those people do. It's kind of fascinating.
They assess, of course.
They'll start talking to me about something. The treasurer does a great job, and how they can collect 99% of the taxes due and stuff. How do they do that? They're good at their job.
Sure.
The clerk's office. I mean, they run elections that there's never any question about the elections in Chaves County.
Sure.
Because we have good departments.
Yeah.
We've got every department knows their stuff and they know how to do it, and I don't need to be micromanaging by any means, and I appreciate what you said.
Well, and then there's that cohesion
I
among
just
the
learned
departments.
from all of them, and all I do is kind of herd,
But I think there's also that cohesion among the departments.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
They-
obviously,
that's
like
they all
elections, the sheriffs and the clerk's office probably work hand to hand.
We have the same thing.
Good
The departments respect the other departments. They work together and they learn together and they do anything they can to help.
Really is.
And not only that, Chaves County is one of the counties that other counties call and say, how do you guys handle this? How do you do this? They look to Chaves County as the leaders within our state. And I'm not talking just little, counties.
Little
I mean,
things.
big counties. Bernalillo County will call and ask Chaves County how they do things.
Yeah.
So, that's
yeah.
something
It is a tip of
we've
the
got
cap, tip of
good
the cap.
people down here.
We do.
And it's not just in the county offices, but throughout the county, we have good people, we've got smart people, we've got people that pay
We have
attention.
individual responsibilities, but
Sure.
a common
It's a
goal,
great
and that
community.
is the county.
Well, and I just like to point this out. I mean, we all watch the news and everything, and it seems like almost every week you're turning on the Albuquerque news, and there's some city or county or some entity that their books are all kinds of goofed up, or the state's got to move in and all. You never hear that kind of talk about Chaves County, where every the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. Now we don't agree with everything they keep sending down our way, but as far as making sure we come correct when we do our stuff, the county does an amazing job of doing that.
And living with the things that come down the pike from the federal government and the state government, you know, it really creates hardship to get those jobs done and not to cheat the people that we're supposed to be serving, and that's what makes Chaves County commissioners, the sheriff, all our elected officials. They all understand we're serving the people. They're not working for us. You know, we work for them.
Absolutely,
that's right. And that's something that you talk about our new people who coming back from the academy and everybody that we hire. The first thing that we teach is you are a servant of the people.
That's right.
You're not above anybody. You're a servant of the people. You're going to go out there. You're going to enforce the law. But the main thing is, and you see on a lot of cop cars everywhere, the words protect and serve. Well, here it's serve and protect. Protecting is something you're going to do. Deputies are going to run to the fight. Have no doubt. The hard part is to get them is to go in and talk to a first grade class. So
that's the scary part.
That's the scary part. So what we're doing is
kindergarten cop. We know what happens.
Absolutely. So what we're doing is we want to really push and teach that it is so important to talk to the community and let them know what you want. Because they're so willing to give it to you.
Absolutely.
And so that's so important to us.
Well, and that's the difference between community policing and just, being a law enforcement officer.
That's right.
You need to be a people person to deal with people. And some people find out this isn't the job for them, and that's fine. But we're very fortunate that those that we do find and those that do come on board, they are people. They're a people person. And if you can talk to somebody, then even one-on-one, you've got
and that's just it. It takes a certain breed of person to be a law enforcement officer, and not all of us are cut out to do that. It's not a bad thing, but if you're not willing to put yourself in front of others, law enforcement may not be the career for you. But if you do that, then you're probably going to find out that you're pretty good at this, and you're going to find that you're
going to go a long way.
More as helping people than busting people. You know what I mean? You'll see a balance and shift of that from going in to have to break up parties to, hey, those are the dudes right there. Come grab them, and you know what I'm saying? That's the kind of support you get.
And these guys right here, these two guys right here, and probably most of their staff are from here. It's in their heart. They care. This guy here.
This job.
This guy here, I've met him probably, I don't know, at Oshman's. My sister used to be the manager at Oshman's Sporting Goods.
and how long ago was that?
Yeah, and that's how long I've known him. I used to work with Mike's dad and grandpa, and Mike would ride his bicycle around the shop. Be a smart aleck, I must say.
That's right.
But I mean, these people.
He said, "Where's the sheriff's department?"
That's right.
They didn't just turn up here yesterday and say, "Yeah, I'm going to show you hillbillies how to do some things." I mean, they're from here. They care about the community. They want
to passion dirt too.
That's right.
And when they do bring somebody in from the outside, they are able to convey that message to them and get that across. And so that's where we're very fortunate.
And we do like to hire locally, because it does bring in somebody who does care about the it's just like if you were to go to somebody else's house or anything, you really don't have as much worry about, oops, I knocked that off or I did this as you do your own house. So that's how it is here. When people come in, and it's just like big brothers and big sisters, I can talk about my big brother or little brother or whatever it may be, but you better not.
Right.
And so that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So we bring them in. We can see that they really want to do good things for Chaves County, and once that happens, we just mold them. They already have the heart for it.
They got the fire.
We just got to put them in the right direction.
We're just forging that fire.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll tell you, they've been doing a great job during the fair. Everybody was out there having a great time. I was working them deputies to death, and they did, and the Mounted Patrol and everybody else. But you know what? They were proud to be out there. And when you see like I tell my guys, you have to see the results of what we do every day, which means fighting crime.
Mm-hmm.
And when you can see people out there walking around oblivious and not realizing everything that could happen or may happen, it's amazing to me because they are in complete peace.
And not scared.
They're not afraid.
Enjoying themselves.
And that
You
means
see me walking around with a mountain of tiny donuts just shoving them in, oblivious to what's going on.
No one.
I had so many nachos, brisket nachos, pork nachos.
All I said was
I shook so many hands, welcomed so many people at the front.
I said I picked the wrong time to go on the keto diet. That's what I said. I was like, oh my gosh. So, but
I think turkey leg.
I ate a turkey leg. I did eat a turkey leg.
Yeah, those bad boys.
Yeah, walked around with them like a club. But so. I'm just going to tell you that everything that people may hear that happens within Chaves County, we're on it right away.
Right.
We have the support from above, like I said, and from the people.
Yep.
And so when you have that, we live in a great place.
That's right.
With the best interest of the people in mind, and I think that you couldn't find a better place. Really and truly, couldn't find a better place.
Right. Yeah. And I think the fair was a showcase of that.
Oh yeah, so I'm telling you.
Out of that whole week, we're very proud to say we had one little incident, 2 cousins of all arguing over a girl, and that was it. Out of the whole week, we're very
that could have happened anywhere. And they just happened to be at the fair when that one went down. I guess.
And the reality is that people were so busy enjoying themselves and having a great time that's what we enjoyed. That's what we wanted to see.
Yeah.
And the walking around, it put people at peace.
Yeah.
One of the
allowed them to do that.
Absolutely, and just know that hey, at any given moment, if I have a question, and that's just it too. I imagine you guys probably did more work of. Oh, that booth's over there. Then having to do
wayfinding.
The same way we do in town when someone's like, "Hey, how do I get to Artesian?" Right there, or But that's what you're there for.
Right.
You're there to serve and protect. But one thing I wanted to say is within the coming week, the Chaves County Sheriff's Office will be releasing on my Chaves County Sheriff Facebook page the videos of the officer-involved shootings.
Okay.
That we were involved in. We're going to put those out there. We want to be very transparent. We want people to be able to view it and understand exactly why things happened the way that they happened. And just believe me, no deputy of mine or no law enforcement officer of mine wants to ever be in that situation.
Sure.
Never.
Absolutely.
And
and those cam videos, they really paint the accurate picture of what's going on.
They show exactly what the deputy sees.
And it's sure a great tool not only for training, but we just live in a world where people will blow up a situation into something.
Yeah.
I mean, the perfect example I can think of is that guy that got upset when he was up in the petroglyphs or something, and he was just sitting out there abusing, and then I think it was a state police or a park police, I don't remember. Went in to confront him, and this guy was just belligerent. And then the officer was above and beyond polite.
Yeah.
But this guy tried to claim police brutality, or just whatever you said.
Yeah.
Right.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, here it is." And that guy looked like a fool.
Yeah, the videos really show it all, and so I will have that out there this week coming up. We'll get everything out there. I'm going to release one, I believe today, and we'll start just releasing them as we get everything done. But follow the Chaves County Sheriff's Facebook page. There's so much information on there.
Yeah.
Like I said, I am having issues with. I hit the accept the new update to Facebook, and my gosh, that thing is horrible. It's horrible because now it doesn't you can only have one other page that you can share to, and if you share to that, it doubles it up on your page.
Oh, geez.
And it's a mess. So I'm ignorant to that. So we're working on that right now.
Sounds like a job for the undersheriff.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now.
I haven't been on Facebook in a while at that time.
But it's great. It gets out there. I reach about 167,000 people on my Facebook page, and it really gets out there. But right now, they're just seeing double on everything. So really, doubles up what work we've done.
They didn't get a chance
that's
to see it the first time.
yeah, but it's just crazy how it works. But
tell me if there's a kink in the matrix right now. We're seeing doubles.
Yes, and so that's why I wanted to put that out there, saying, hey, I'm trying to still get everything out there. It's just been a new experience for me, and I don't even understand why Facebook did what they did. It is absolutely the dumbest thing I've ever seen done.
Well, Facebook and dumb they go together like peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah, so that's
Facebook jail.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's
Who'd
good.
have thought?
And of course, always follow in like the county page as well for the Chaves County government
for jobs.
page.
Absolutely.
And actually, I have intentions, and I haven't gotten there yet. This has been a very busy year for Chaves County management, I must say. My plan is to start posting maybe historical facts about the county. People are very interested in the courthouse. I've seen parts of the courthouse they haven't. I've got pictures.
An awesome history,
show a little piece of the history or some of the old sheriffs and stuff. Mike posted about 6 months ago, I think, some pictures taken out in front of the old jail over here across the street in the 1920s, I believe it was. And, just things like that people are interested in. I think it would be a good use. I'll do that once a week or something if I can find the time.
And speaking of history, if you another cool thing is if you ever talk to the sheriff or Charles here, get him to give you a tour of the police station too. They got some cool historical things for you to check out too while you're there.
Neat things.
Yeah. Right.
Some gangster related stuff.
Yeah.
We have some
Speaking of that,
check it out. See.
Speaking of that, we need to make sure that when you guys send me my video from here, it says Mike Harrington, Chaves County Sheriff, and then he had it as RPD.
Yeah, we had Roy in last week.
Oh, okay.
Roy's our backup.
Yeah,
Roy.
Well, he did all right. He did good.
He did, but Roy dropped the ball on that.
Yeah,
we gave him a hard time, and we got a hard time, of course.
Yeah, so that's good. But
Tanner's on it this week.
he's good. Well,
As always, real quick, if you know any crimes that have been committed or have information, 624-6500, or you can contact Chaves County Crime Stoppers.
Absolutely.
And again, we are accepting applications. We are going through those. We're doing testing. We're currently testing.
Yeah.
And looking for individuals that are interested in doing this job. So by all means, go to Chaves County website, fill out an application, submit it. You can submit it online.
Sure.
Give it a little bit of time. It takes a couple days to get to me, but I promise you we'll get back.
And if you want to learn more about what it's life as a police officer is like, sign up for a ride along.
Come out and ride along.
You guys will, and you'll see what the day life of a police officer is like, and if that looks like something that this is sealed the deal, then guess what? We'll get you going, get the process going, and get you off to the academy, and who knows? You'll be in a year or so. You'll be out on the streets serving and protecting.
Serving your community.
Absolutely.
Right. Good deal. Well, thank you, gentlemen, as always.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Actually, I'll see you next week, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be here on Friday.
So, and then we'll see you guys here in a couple weeks, I think.
Yeah, I'll be back at the end of the month.
2 weeks, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, something like that.
So don't forget to bring candy to the Chaves County Sheriff's Office. If you would like to donate to us.
It's not just
also
for the sheriff,
bring
We promise you that.
Sheriff's on a keto diet. Unless you bring me something on that.
We're on a keto right now.
Yeah,
So bring by jerky for those guys.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
But we would greatly appreciate we've got so many events that we are going to for Halloween that and we've been invited to them, and we sure would like to be able to give out candy to them, to these kids out there, and so please help us out.
Absolutely.
And we make every effort to make every event.
Yeah, you guys are everywhere.
We will try to make every event, even if we have to.
I'm telling you.
No, we will.
Split them
We'll
up.
be there.
They got that thing from that movie Multiplicity in the basement.
That's right.
I'm telling you. There's like 3 sheriffs and two Charleses running around here.
That's good.
I don't know if you've noticed this or not. We have trouble containing one Charles. It's not wish for two. And I'm sitting here looking at what he's drinking this morning, and now I understand why he's like the Energizer Bunny. He's always on something. He's always moving.
You don't have time to sit still.
That's right.
Not in this job.
We got the right guy for it.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you so much.
You listen to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND Roswell, Fox News, or Town Hall News, my apologies.
The British Parliament has died after being stabbed multiple times during a meeting with constituents in a church in Essex, east of London. 69-year-old David Amos, a member of Prime Minister Boris Johnson's Conservative Party, had been in Parliament since 1983. A man is under arrest. No details yet on the suspect. A congressional committee investigating the January 6th unrest at the U.S. Capitol will vote next week to recommend criminal contempt charges against former Trump White House aide Steve Bannon.
Representative Benny Thompson, who chairs the special committee, says the panel will vote Tuesday after Bannon defied a subpoena and failed to appear for a deposition. Bannon also failed to provide documents to the panel by last week's deadline.
Correspondent Mike Rossi says Bannon, a Trump advisor for 2 years, was not a White House staffer on January 6th. The Biden administration planning to reinstate a Trump-era border policy.
The Justice Department says beginning next month, asylum seekers will have to wait in Mexico for hearings in U.S. Immigration Court, complying with a judge's order. The Mexican government, which has raised concerns that U.S. officials are working to address, must give its approval. About 70,000 asylum seekers have been subject to the Remain in Mexico policy, which President Trump introduced in January 2019, and which President Biden suspended on his first day in office. Mike Hempen, Washington.
Retail sales held up well last month in the face of sharply higher prices for just about everything. Sales rose a seasonally adjusted 0.7% in September from the month before. Watching Wall Street, the Dow's up 302 points. The Nasdaq 79 points higher. The S&P is up 30. More on these stories at townhall.com.
You spend a third of your life in bed. That's why we make the most comfortable sheets in the very best way. I'm Scott Tannen. 8 years ago, my wife Missy and I founded Boll & Branch to create the new standard in bedding. We source pure organic cotton and put workers' rights first. Today, Boll & Branch makes the highest quality sheets in the entire industry. You'll feel the difference of our famous signature sheets. They're made from pure organic cotton and get softer with every single wash. Now's the perfect time to try Boll & Branch sheets, pillows, bath towels, and so much more. Each is made with super soft organic cotton by workers who are paid fairly and have come to feel like family. It's time to make the better choice and get the new standard in bedding. Visit bollandbranch.com today for free shipping and returns.
Experience a new standard of comfort at bollandbranch.com and take 15% off your first set of sheets with promo code GOLD. That's BOLL and branch.com. Promo code GOLD.
South Sudan's president has fired the state oil corporation boss.
Bolring Morwell recently denied the allegation that he'd ordered the accounts office in the state-run oil company to transfer $250 million to his private bank accounts in Dubai and Khartoum. He'd also been accused of giving jobs in the Nile Petroleum Corporation to his relatives. South Sudan is one of the most oil-dependent countries in the world, with oil revenue accounting for around 90% of the government's income. A recent report by UN experts drew a direct link between the massive looting of this wealth and the continuous conflict in the country that traps millions of people in poverty.
The BBC's Will Ross. Suicide bombers attacked a Shiite mosque packed with worshippers attending Friday prayers in southern Afghanistan, killing at least 37 people, wounding more than 70 others. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the attack. News and analysis at townhall.com. Nippon Steel is suing Toyota over a patent for a technology that's used in electric motors.
It's a rare case of legal wrangling between Japan's top steelmaker and automaker over intellectual property. Nippon Steel filed the lawsuit in Tokyo District Court demanding compensation for damages totaling $177 million. Also named in the lawsuit is Bao Steel, a Chinese steelmaker.
That's correspondent Jeremy House. A federal appeals court has rejected the latest attempt by the Biden administration to strike down the Texas abortion law, the so-called Heartbeat Act. This does not mean the court fight is over. However, at least for now, the Heartbeat Act does remain on the books in the state of Texas. Once again on Wall Street this hour, stocks are sharply higher with the Dow up 289 points and the S&P trading 29 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder, and and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number, and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it, flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ, the demolition. What does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
All the way down to that V.
It's all the way down.
Sorry, inside baseball there. Good morning. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tres Inviernos.
Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Yeah, we were. Sean, he has donned his black Wrangler.
Yeah, Wrangler.
Cowboy pearl-buttoned shirt. It's even, breakaway.
Look at that.
It's got the official pocket flap shape of the Western shirt.
Right? Yeah, it's got the frill, the fringe up the top.
It's got all you need is the actual dangly fringe.
Yeah, the what do you call those? Doggone it! I just the name slipped. Streamers.
Yeah,
streamers. There you go. Yeah, this was the only shirt that was available at a rural Walmart. I actually went for the first time in a long time. Went to a Walmart that wasn't a super center.
Oh,
that's how
they
rural.
Have those still?
That's what I said. That's how rural this Walmart was.
Like, let's get some. Oh, I can't get groceries. They don't have that.
No, they do not. Yeah.
I always. You know what makes me excited?
What's that?
When I see a super Target, whatever they call those.
Dude, I've only ever seen one in my
there's not many
entire
of
life.
them, but when I see one, they're very cool.
Do you remember when they used to have so Kmart? Then they had the big K, which we had.
Big K.
But then they had a super K. Like there was ones that were like the super Kmart,
and they were like the grocery store and everything.
Yeah, the whole shebang. Yeah, but yeah, super Targets. You almost never see them.
There was something at the little Kmart cafe that was delicious, and I don't remember what it was, but I would go in there just to get that, and I forget what it was. Like, they had a little Kmart cafe in
the
there.
K Cafe.
Yeah, there was something they had was just delicious that I would go and to be honest, it's from because I worked at Target for a couple of years,
right?
They had a good eats at that before they closed it down when COVID all closed these all down.
You mean the Target one?
The Target one.
The Target one, dude. That's the thing is this.
I used to eat at that one all the time.
This Target up north. You couldn't walk into that Target without being just smacked in the face with the smell of that popcorn. That caramel popcorn they would make, that kettle corn, essentially.
But they had good sandwiches and pizza and everything else there for a while. But when I worked there, I used to. But yeah, I moseyed. One day I was hungry. I was like, and I got something there. I don't remember if it was like a hot dog or like a pretzel or something.
Say, they had really good pretzels there.
Yeah, maybe it was a pretzel. But I would go there just to grab one and then go about my day.
But I'll tell you who has really great breakfast fare. McDonald's.
They got the awesomest breakfast fare.
Indeed.
And if you have not added green chili to your Egg McMuffin or Sausage McMuffin with egg or any breakfast fare, you have not experienced McDonald's yet. You have not done it. I don't care if you've been doing it for 30 years. You have not done it yet.
I wonder if green chili would work in oatmeal. I got to imagine that there's going to be a little bit of they're going to be fighting each other.
Potential there. You'd have to pair it with the right other ingredients.
I would think. Yeah, it would need.
You'd have to get a little more savory with your ingredients. I don't know if sweet's the way. I mean, you're going to have a natural sweet if you do I think you'd almost have to put your oatmeal into a more grits.
Yeah, see that would work if it was like a green chili. Oh gosh, green chili grits sound really good right now.
Oh yeah.
Doggone it.
Yeah, I think you'd have to. you'd kind of have to take it in that direction a little bit. I mean, maybe. I mean, they do sweet with green chili. Green chili. So maybe, maybe like a maple brown sugar with some green chili might work.
I think I'm going to try that next week. We'll
might work, maybe, or a cinnamon. A cinnamon
would probably work.
A cinnamon and green chili might be an all right combo.
It'd definitely be an interesting combo, but
I don't know about fruit. With that one,
that'd be a tough one.
Yeah,
I think that's
your apple and peach. I don't know if that would work. Maybe, but I don't
that might be something we We have to try it on the air.
Like peaches and cream and green chili does not sound good.
That sounds terrible.
That sounds terrible.
Berries and cream and
yeah, that doesn't sound good.
But
I'm thinking maybe cinnamon or maple brown sugar. There might be a chance there.
maybe with the cinnamon. I'm not sure on the brown sugar.
Yeah, that would be a stretch. I'd try with the cinnamon first and then venture off to the brown sugar.
All right, well.
So
we'll see what happens.
Vermont meets New Mexico. You never know.
I like the way you think.
I like the way I think too.
Vermexico.
Vermexico. Newmont. I feel like that's a character on Sanford and
Son. TV network. That come on the Newmont channel.
But let me give you the rundown for this hour. By the way, big thank you to McDonald's. I slept and not finished there. I started to talk about green chili, and I didn't finish talking about McDonald's. Big thank you to McDonald's. They sponsor the show each and every Friday. Teachers, principals, school staff, today's your last day to get a free breakfast from McDonald's. Show your student ID, your work ID, not your student ID. Show your badge. And they'll give you a free breakfast that consists of like a breakfast sandwich, egg McMuffin, sausage McMuffin, sausage biscuit, bacon, and then a hash brown and medium coffee as well. Too.
Yeah, a little coffee to wash it down.
Yeah,
Nice.
for free. But they've been doing it all week, but today's last day. So get her done this morning.
Jump on it.
Hopefully you did this morning because most of them are already work and stuff. Although it is that in-service day, so maybe if you can escape out a little bit to go get you one and come back to the office.
Well, if you're doing a Zoom meeting, nobody says you have to be in a place while you're doing your Zoom meeting.
Zoom on over to
Jimmer,
McDonald's.
are you in your car?
Yeah.
Are you going to McDonald's? Could you pick me up something?
I'm not going to get you in trouble, but do what you have to. But big thank you to McDonald's.
You do you.
And don't forget, download the app, too. Take advantage of the deals on the app. You can order, pay, do all that through the app. You can even use the app and get the deals and pay cash at the drive-thru. So if you want to take advantage of the exclusive only app deals, but don't want to feed a credit card to the app and all that, they can do all that for you. Did you get a new phone?
No. Well, it's sort of. It's a new version of the same phone.
Oh.
Still garbage, but yeah.
But it's not a... It's a newer... It's another phone.
It's a phone that doesn't die the second I unplug it. So there's that.
So it's another phone.
Yes.
Well, good for you.
Another phone. I'm not in new phone territory yet.
And another one.
I'll burn through this one pretty quick, too. Just give it time.
Well, he'll chuck it at something. But big thank you to McDonald's. Swing on by any of your two in town, soon to be three. And go to mchire.com to learn more about career opportunities with McDonald's.
That's right.
Big thank you there. All right, so let me give you the rundown now. We're going to do... we got a couple things. We're going to have the folks from the Alzheimer's join us here, Don and Katie, talking about the Alzheimer's walk coming up here on the 23rd. While they're here, we've got Lizzie with us from our American Legion Post 61 family. We've been talking for months now about the quilt wall hanging.
Yes.
A beautiful handmade quilt wall hanging. Well, we're doing the drawing for that. But wait, there's more. During the Eastern New Mexico State Fair, we were doing a drawing for a disco cooker.
Oh yeah,
a little disc cooker. It's got it's got the bottle, propane bottle, and a beautiful disc that you put on top there, and you can cook anything on the planet in a
Things
disco.
Are fantastic.
You can cook anything on the planet in a disco, just about. But we got a drawing to draw for that as well. So
Nice.
So I figure maybe while we have Don and Katie, because Don is a Legionnaire, I'm a Legionnaire. Lizzie is also with our Legion family here. So maybe we'll get Katie an outside.
Nice.
If not, we'll get Pearl Butt and Sean here to.
You're jealous as heck. I can feel it.
Well, I think you can pull off a cool look like Cowboys had their trademark pearl handled pistols. Feeling like you could go that direction with your pearl buttoned.
Yeah, if I'm gonna do this, I need the complete look: top button, the bolo, straw hat.
I think you just need to buy like 50 of those shirts and then just be like Charlie Sheen in 2.5 Men and just have that look.
Just
the shorts and the bowling shirts, like he in every episode. Get you with the Wrangler button-up pearls.
I don't know what happened in Sean's late 30s, but he went through a real weird Sam Elliott phase.
But here's what I think. I think you should combine.
I don't know what you're talking about there.
I think you should combine genres. So go cowboy on top and like hip hop on the bottom.
Okay.
So maybe get you some pants that, well, they're not skinny jeans no more.
No.
They're kind of fading back to the looser stuff, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a pair of some super baggy pants, weirdly flannel lined.
I'm thinking hammer pants with a pair of pearl handles, pearl button shirt.
Let me run home and change real quick, and we'll see if we can make this work.
Hammer pants and a Wrangler shirt, man. That's a look.
You're trying to get me shot, I feel like.
I'm trying to get you famous.
Is that what you... Yeah, famous is that dude who has no idea what...
Yoo-hoo, I'll make you famous. You know.
Clearly he dresses from the waist up.
Hey, I watch enough commercials on TV, and there's celebrities dressing completely ridiculous.
No, yeah.
And people think they're cool.
They're setting style trends.
You get on the radio, and they'll call it eccentric. But it's bat garbage crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Straight up banana pants.
I'm telling you, you should do this. I'm going to get Andrew on it.
I'm not sure I'm going to
Probably
take
not listen anymore, but
I'm not sure I'm going to take my fashion advice from a guy that's wearing a hoodie and nothing underneath.
don't act like you're not impressed.
A little bit.
I don't. You know what? I even went up y'all yesterday. You didn't know. I was wearing like my Cuban clam digger pants.
Oh, dang.
No socks. I had wear no socks yesterday until last night. I put socks on.
Well, you only got to be camera ready from the waist up. That's
I
all
walked
that
around.
is.
I looked like a complete bohemian idiot. I don't care.
Nice. You can look however you want as long as you own it.
Now I look like I went to a gym once, and I
once.
I don't care.
There's OCD people out there that are absolutely going nuts because your hoodie strings aren't even.
I know. And guess what?
You're killing me with that. You got too much going on. Get to the other stuff.
It's 9:17. Here's your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Cold front dropping into eastern New Mexico today, and that'll keep our temperatures pretty comfortable. The wind will be a little gusty through the afternoon, but we will have sunshine. Our afternoon highs right around 70. It'll be clear overnight, upper 30s to low 40s, and then near 70 and sunny again tomorrow. Low 40s and clear Saturday night, mid 70s, and sunny weather continues on Sunday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, 55 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity at 31%. Winds, a little bit breezy out of the north at 18 miles per hour. Sunny today, cooler. Highs only expected to hit 69, near 70 today. We may not even get to 70. North winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, clear skies. Overnight low of 37 expected. Winds will be out of the east, 5 to 10 miles per hour. For your weekend, Saturday, cooler even still. Barely. Sunny, high of 68 tomorrow. Winds out of the south, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, mostly clear with an overnight low of 42 and south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Warmer on Sunday. Beautiful day on Sunday. Sunny skies, high of 75 with south winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Perfect, beautiful day. Probably a good day to do some outdoor things. What do you think? Monday, warming back up to the 80s, mostly sunny, high of 84 on Monday, and then we'll be in the low 80s on Tuesday and then back into the upper 70s by midweek of next week. Hey, Zia Guns USA here in Roswell. They got you covered. They are buying guns. If you're looking to sell a gun, whether you're selling a single firearm or an entire gun collection or even an estate sale worth of guns, they will make you a cold hard cash offer. You walk out the door with that cash today. Also, they're now a full-line Tacticam dealer. These are the Tacticams, the ones you see on hunting shows all over those channels worldwide. They got them here at Zia Guns USA. They also received recently a new shipment of knives, bench and case-made knives available. Also, they are a full line of Black Rifle coffee. They got the whole product line of Black Coffee Rifle right there at Zia Guns. Also, Dr. Squatch, it's soap products for men. It's mostly an online-based company, but you can, if you've seen the commercials online for their soaps and wanted to smell them and try them, but you can't really do that online, get on down to Zia Guns USA. You can buy it there and then find out which one smell you really like the best. You don't have to kind of guess online. They got you covered right there at Zia Guns. And, of course, stop on by. They are open every day but Saturdays. They're closed on Saturdays. They're even open on Sundays, but they're closed on Saturdays because they spend Saturdays with family, and they think you should too. So stop on by Zia Guns USA here in Roswell, 1907 North Main. Come on by today. Come on by Sunday, but don't go by there tomorrow because they won't be open. All right, it is 20 minutes after 9. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll bring Don and Katie in talking Alzheimer's. We're also going to have Lizzie come on with us from American Legion Post 61 family here. We'll do a drawing. We'll talk about the Alzheimer's walk on the 23rd here. All of that coming up on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Where can you find the best selection of beautiful and unique home decor in the region? Easy, Casa Decor in Ruidoso. For years, people from all over have come to Casa Decor for the best selection of rustic, real wood furniture, beautiful decor from the Southwest and beyond, and quality outdoor furniture and accessories that are built to last a lifetime. At Casa Decor, they have over 10,000 square feet of showroom for everything you need. Casa Decor opens 7 days a week from 9:30 to 5 at 1214 Meacham Drive in Ruidoso or online at casadecorruidoso.com. Proud supporter of local high school sports.
Martine's Capital Cafe in Roswell offers authentic and highly rated New Mexico food. Explore their amazing menu featuring huevos rancheros or asado with eggs or their green chili stew. And you can't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger, all made from scratch using their finest and freshest ingredients. Open for carryout with curbside delivery or limited dine-in. Just call ahead 624-2111. Martine's Capital Cafe, always pleasing the most refined palate. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th in Roswell.
New Mexico Wool Growers, Inc. is the oldest trade organization in the state, promoting and cultivating the production of wool, mohair, sheep, and goats. New Mexico has a long history of sheep herding and wool production. New Mexico Wool Growers, Inc. encourages the future of the industry through sponsorship of the Shepherd and Sheep Wool Lead. Learn more about New Mexico Wool Growers at nmagriculture.org or call 505-247-0584.
Times are changing, and today's funerals aren't always the sad and solemn events you might expect. This is Gabriel Casaus from Lagrone Funeral Chapel. Along with hymns and scriptures, today's funeral services are often filled with fish stories, country songs, and a joke or two, golf clubs and hot rods, favorite recipes, and kitchen disasters. At Lagrone Funeral Chapel, we believe a funeral should reflect your loved one's personality, passion, and sense of humor. When you lose a loved one, we're here, because at Lagrone Funeral Chapel and Crematory, we make it personal.
900 South Main, Roswell.
Family fun awaits you at Night of the Living Zoo, happening October 29th and 30th from 5 to 9 p.m. each day at the Spring River Zoo in Roswell. Bring out the whole family for trick-or-treating, fun games and activities, all part of a frightful, fun family night. Get your tickets now. Pre-purchase your tickets online at roswellconnect.com. Night of the Living Zoo, October 29th and 30th at the Spring River Zoo on East College in Roswell. Come and enjoy some family fun, if you dare.
Being called a fox in your marriage might not always be a good thing. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and my wife, Miss Julie, for the Joy of Marriage.
In Song of Solomon, it says, "Catch all the foxes, those little foxes, before they ruin the vineyard of love." I looked up the word fox, and it means cunning, achieving one's goal by deceit or evasion. A female fox is a vixen, which is spiteful or a combative woman.
Those little things we do to try to get our way can ruin our marriages. Try just being honest and talking through the situation. Do what's best for your marriage, not just for yourself. When Julie and I learned to choose to do what's right instead of trying to be right, our marriage turned around. You will find marriage is so much better when we work together.
If you have any questions or would like further information about the Joy of Marriage Ministry, please go to jomconference.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The Procrastinators Club of America newsletter is called Last Month's Newsletter. Their first newsletter should be released any day now. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 25 minutes after 9 o'clock, and We got a whole studio full of folks here this morning. Joining us from the Alzheimer's Association here. I guess is it just Alzheimer's Association, or we say like Roswell Alzheimer's? What's the official title? Is like at local chapters or just Alzheimer's Association? I guess.
So we are actually a part of the walk committee.
Okay.
For the Alzheimer's walk.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So is that separate from the?
Yes. So we're volunteers, and the Alzheimer's Association is actually paid.
Got you. Okay.
Paid employees through the state of New Mexico and like the federally funded thing.
Perfect. Well, good. Now we're both a little all clear.
Yes.
Well, you kind of already knew, but the rest of us here. But Katie and Don are joining us this morning. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And then also joining us here, Lizzie. She's with our American Legion Post 61 family, part of our auxiliary, and Katie's is kind enough to help us out here a little bit. So before we talk about the Alzheimer's Walk, which by the way is just a couple weeks away here on the 23rd, there's still opportunities for folks to sign up, get involved, volunteer, sponsor, I'm guessing. Even.
Raise money, yes.
Raise money. Yeah, you may not get the advertising at this point, but if you want to help, we'll take your money.
Yes, absolutely.
But Lizzie's here with us, and Lizzie's we've been talking about what for 3-4 months now, Lizzie, I'm thinking.
Yeah,
at least.
Seems a while.
Talking about the beautiful quilted Battlecross we had it on display where Big Fat Mike's sitting right now for a bunch of times here. But we've been doing drawings for this each week at the farmers market. Last week at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair, we've had a bunch of people buy tickets for just $5 for this. We're going to do the drawing here in just a few minutes. But wait, there's more. We also, during the Eastern New Mexico State Fair, were fortunately able to procure a disco cooker, which is a staple in Southeast New Mexico barbecuing cuisine, I think. Anyway.
Absolutely.
And so we had some people sign up for a chance to win that as well. So we got 2, unless the one person's really lucky and got a thing in both and win. That would be freak weird, wouldn't it? But we got 2 lucky winners here. And again, this all, and I'll let Lizzie kind of explain this. This all goes back to proceeds to our American Legion Post 61 family, which in turn goes back to do all the great stuff we do for scholarships, memory lawn, various activities we as a post family get involved with.
Absolutely, and I'm just excited to be here. So we've spent all that time working on the Battlecross and making all the groupthink decisions.
Handmade.
This was our very first quilted project. We also have the Quilt of Valor that we will be able to switch over soon here and finish up.
Awesome.
Focus on that, but the wall hanging that we did with the stars from the 1200 that we retired
Flag
over.
Retired, yeah,
over at Post 28.
Beginning of the summer in June. Yeah, we had a massive flag retirement ceremony, flags from all over the state, and so the 4 stars are in each corner of the quilt are stars from those flags. So so that's kind of an added little piece of history as part of that.
I'm very passionate about it, so I was actually able to sell more tickets.
Well, it puts a real connection to, I mean, it's a beautiful piece, and anybody would be lucky to have something like that in their home. But adding those stars gives it a bit of not authenticity to it, but just a piece of history to it.
People don't realize that when you retire those flags, you can cut the blue around the star out, and we give those out. And some people carry them in their wallet. In memory of a loved one.
Sure.
Some people will give it to their mom, dad, whatever. So we have all those stars.
It's a keepsake.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
one of the firefighters that was there, fireman, he took one for, I believe, his dad for his wallet. So it means a lot when you've put time in service. And I wasn't in the service, but I'm an Army brat. So I would like to let everybody know that we raised above what I had hoped.
Awesome.
And under what I was just going to scream from the rafters about. I was very happy Happy Middle, we raised $770.
Awesome.
Wow.
And that's just on the quilt alone.
On the quilt alone.
Well, thank you to every person that bought a ticket or 800 tickets or as many. We appreciate every single one of you. That $700 will go great to help with our scholarships, with out at Memory Lawn, and which, by the way, we're doing an event on Sunday. If you want to come out and help, be out there at 9 a.m. We'll bring a rake or something. We'll put
we got all kinds of work to do out there. I guarantee you. Trim the trees.
Yeah.
And, clean up the fence so that we can paint it later. And
absolutely. But this goes towards that kind of stuff. So big thank you.
It's
there.
a big thank you.
So,
and now if I can have Katie.
All right. Now, do we want to do this one first, or do we want to hold it out?
We'll hold it out.
Let's put some real TV make people wait moment here. And we're going to say, hold on. But first, we're going to do the drawing for the disc cooker, which this was during the week of the Eastern New Mexico State Fair. People bought tickets for this disco cooker. So everyone that purchased a ticket at the fair, be listening because Katie is now pulling out the winning ticket for the disc cooker. All right. And
find a good one.
Right, there it is. And it's official.
Rosemary Smith.
Rosemary Smith is our winner of the disc cooker. Congratulations to Rosemary. Hopefully you put correct contact information on your ticket there.
There is a lovely phone number here.
And
thank you to Roswell Livestock Feed and Supply for donating.
Yes, Roswell Livestock and Roswell Livestock was definitely donated. That helped us out. Big thank you to them. So if you get a phone call here in just a little bit, we're not bill collectors or solicitors. Answer the phone. We're about to give you a disc cooker. So, all right, now.
Yes, and the phone number that we'll be calling you is that area code 720.
Yeah, so that if Colorado calls you here in a minute, then you know why. So, all right, Katie, you ready for the big drawing?
I'm ready.
All right.
Let's do it again.
This is for the disc. For the
wall hanging.
The wall hanging quilt. This is the one where we've raised over $700.
There's a lot of tickets in here.
There is a plethora of tickets.
Lot of tickets.
So hopefully, all right.
There you go. And I'll ship it to wherever.
And there, it's a local one. Okay.
It's a local number.
All right.
It is Terry, Holl.
Terry Hall. Hall, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Terry Hall.
Maybe
Terry Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe H-A-L-L.
Oh, yeah, it could be Hall. Okay.
Yeah.
You have won the Unit 61.
All right, Terry.
Battlecross.
Congratulations.
Yahoo!
So, Terry, when you get a phone call here in a few minutes from Colorado number, that's going to be, you want to answer that one.
Yes, you do. And thank you, everyone else, so much for helping support our programs for youth and children and for the vets.
Big thank you to everyone that supported us during the summer here at the farmers market, to our volunteers that came out and manned those tables, to the folks that came out and bought baked goods and bought steering wheel covers and face masks and all the kind of cool swag we've been having there, and just dropping off donations and all of that stuff. We do appreciate that. Good news is we'll be back next summer when if there's a farmers market, American Legion Post 61 will be out there, saying hi. So come on and be a part of that. So.
Thank you for allowing me to be on.
Thank you, Lizzie. Appreciate it. Our boss, she's on her way back to the office now, so you stop yelling at her. Thanks, Lizzie. Appreciate it. Katie, thank you very much for doing that for us. We do appreciate that. Now, for folks, stay paying attention here, because coming up here on the 23rd, this is the biggest event I think Alzheimer's does here in this community is the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Last year, it looked a little bit different. It was more virtual last year because of COVID. But good news, this year we're back. We're walking. We're going to be outdoors and enjoying our beautiful southeast New Mexico.
Absolutely. Yes. We're so excited to have this year back in person.
Yeah.
Everyone's so excited and just ready to have in-person events again. And we're taking all of the precautions necessary. It's all outdoors. It's at Cielo Grande this year.
Yeah.
So plenty of space.
Out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of social distancing areas and things like that. So we're super excited to have this back in person again.
Absolutely. Now, for folks that may have not been a part of previous Alzheimer's walks and things, kind of give Kind of give like a flow of the day and how it kind of goes.
So the Walk to End Alzheimer's is the largest fundraiser that the Alzheimer's Association puts on every year. There's regional walks throughout the nation.
Gotcha.
And I think the largest one is in Philadelphia, I believe. I think is what they said.
Okay.
But there was 5 or 6 in New Mexico. We're the last one to happen in New Mexico, so we're the last opportunity.
The last chance.
Yes. So
the last stop for 200 miles.
Yes,
200 miles.
exactly. And it's not like a 5K or anything like that.
Yeah, this
so,
isn't for your athletic prowess.
No.
This is to raise awareness for. I mean, now if you want to get all serious athletic with it,
Be
no
my
one's
guest.
stopping you. But,
Yes.
but you do not have to be in shape. You do not technically. If you just want to be there and support and don't really want to walk, you just want to support, no one's going to
Absolutely.
stop you.
No,
we
no.
just would love to have you come be a part of it.
Yeah. So registration starts. I think they said 8:30 or 9.
Okay.
I think there was a little bit of a mix-up.
Okay.
But between 8:30 and 9, registration starts. If you haven't already registered, you can pre-register on the website.
Okay.
And that makes it a lot easier. And if you self-donate $100 or you raise $100, you get a walk T-shirt. So you get a commemorative walk T-shirt. That's
Which
what
Don is
wearing.
is modeling for us here today.
So, and then we'll get everyone who registers gets a promise flower.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a pinwheel,
Like a memento,
yes.
keepsake,
so
like we were talking
yes,
earlier. Yeah.
a keepsake. Everyone gets one. It looks like these.
Okay. That's kind of like a universal symbol.
Yes,
You know,
and there's 4 different colors representing the different types, like what you're there representing. So the purple is that you've lost a loved one to Alzheimer's or dementia.
Okay.
And it's not just Alzheimer's, it's any form of dementia.
Okay.
So it includes all forms of dementia.
Yeah,
So,
all the big medical words.
Exactly, yes. I mean, I can name them all off, but I won't bore you.
Put it this way, the people that are dealing with it know exactly what we're
Yes,
talking about
exactly.
here.
So the purple is if you've lost someone with Alzheimer's or dementia. Yellow is you're caring for someone or you have a loved one.
Support staff.
Or you're a caregiver to someone living with the disease. Orange is you just generally support the cause.
Sure. You're just a fan of the effort.
Yes.
Cool.
Blue is probably the dearest to my heart because those are people that are living with Alzheimer's or dementia.
Okay.
My
ones
dad,
we're hoping to find the cure.
yes. My dad has had Alzheimer's for 12 years.
Wow.
And in 2019 he was the only blue flower at the walk, and he's going to be there again this year. It's going to look a little bit different because he's completely blind. And so he's going to be in a wheelchair, but he's still going to be leading the walk with our other blue flowers.
Is that part of Alzheimer's blindness, or is that something
no,
else?
that was something
different.
But
I was
it
kind
does.
of just curious if that was
It does
a symptom.
add a lot of complications.
It's another
to
level
it. Yes.
to an already difficult situation.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
But that's all the colors of those flowers. So you get to pick which one you want to walk with, and we'll have it kind of spread out, and then you get to take pictures in the promise garden that's already planted with all the flowers, and there's going to be a backdrop with photo booths and all of that kind of stuff. And then at 10 is when the walk actually starts.
Okay.
So we'll have the blue flower people, the ones living with dementia and Alzheimer's.
They're going to lead the
They're
walk.
going to lead our walk.
Yeah.
And because that's the reason why we're doing what we're doing. And we're going to just circle around the 1 mile loop at Cielo Grande and just end back at the soccer fields, the ones that are fenced in.
Sure.
And then that you can hang out, and will have sponsor booths there. You can get more information from them and all of that kind of stuff. And then about noon is when we'll kind of wrap up things.
Okay, so it's a morning thing. You'll be done by noon here.
Right.
So if you got plans for the afternoon, it's not going to mess those up here. But on the 23rd, again, it's October 23rd, which is what is it? 2 Saturdays from now?
It's actually not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Yeah,
A week from tomorrow.
Week from tomorrow, and again, it'll be out at Cielo Grande. About get out there about 8:30 or so to pre-register and everything. Everything will get underway with the ceremony and everything at 9, and then the walk starting about 9:30 there. But please come out, support. Even like if you want right now, you can kind of get your groups together and kind of start raising money here and doing all that. Now you still got time to do some of that, but if you're busy and space out and just come out on the 23rd. You'd like to make a donation, like you said, if you make a $100 donation, you'll get a very nice T-shirt here to help out there. But if you can only afford $20, then bring $20, and that would be great. Everything. I feel like when we talk about what we're doing, the whole point behind this is to find the cure for Alzheimer's, and I think we've had more in the news about coming close to this in the last year than ever in the time I can think, as far as making progress in learning more information and getting closer to a cure for this. I mean, I think we're like this close, aren't we?
Yes, we're very close. The Alzheimer's Association is the #1 donator in research funding, and so a lot of the funds go to global research. So not just in the United States, but globally. Because this disease just doesn't affect Americans. It affects
cancer.
Everyone. Yes,
it's
exactly.
Everywhere, and we're now getting and this is and that's the great thing about it. I think, and to be honest, I think these Alzheimer's walks and things like that are a very integral part of that, because I don't care what anybody says. You want to solve a disease, you got to throw a bunch of money at it, because the more money you throw at it, the more scientists, the more heads, the more bodies are working on the sources to find a cure here. So these walks, when you're donating $20 and donating $100, you do that. Next thing you know, this turns to millions and billions of dollars being spent on the research to find this cure. And because of these efforts, I think we're making headway. We're making progress now.
Absolutely. And some of the funds actually stay locally, and they support local quality care and support. And let's see. I have my points right here.
Which number are you looking for?
Yes, exactly. We have lots of support groups throughout New Mexico. We actually have 5 different offices for the Alzheimer's Association. One in Albuquerque, Santa Fe, Farmington, Roswell, and Las Cruces. All of those have offices. And through each of those offices, they have support groups, and they provide just information for the caregivers, resources. They also can provide like caregiving relief, like respite care for those that are taking care of their loved ones and things like that.
And let's face it, Alzheimer's and related diseases, they impact the family almost more than the patient sometimes in this situation.
Yes, they do.
It's I mean, don't be wrong, the patient's not going through a picnic either here, but it's almost harder on the family, because the person that's going through dementia and Alzheimer's, they're losing their mind. They're forgetting details, things that are just staples, trenchments into your and that's going away for them. And it's a lot harder, because we as loved ones think, well, they don't love me anymore. And it's like, no, that's not it at all. They just don't understand. But then you'll talk to them 2 minutes later, and the clarity's back, and you're just like you're talking to your dad again, or whoever, your loved one again. And that's hard. That's an emotional roller coaster that not a lot of people can handle. So that support side is so important.
They provide a lot of education to the signs and symptoms of the later stages in the disease, and how to approach those stages. How to prepare and how to approach those with the individuals or their loved ones, and how to kind of work with the individuals instead of working against them.
Well, and this will be good news, because I think what I'm hoping to see here, especially the progress, like I said, I mean, they almost got it, it sounds like. We might be talking in 5-10 years now where we're going to have to add to that. And it's like how to deal with life after Alzheimer's.
Right.
And how amazing will that be because I don't know. I mean, how do you bring them back slowly? How does that work? And how does a family? We don't know, because that's uncharted territory.
Right.
I think we're going to have those conversations here soon. And I hope to God, some of those folks that will have their blue pinwheel on the 23rd, hopefully some of these folks will get that the ability to utilize some of these treatments. And the good news is they've made huge strides in just prolonging the symptoms and things. You know, I'm sure 10, 15 years ago. Well, like you said, your dad's had it for 12 years. They probably gave him a very short sentence 12 years ago, and now through miracles in medicine, he's been coping with this for 12 years.
Yes.
You know, it's a struggle, but I'm sure you want every moment you can with your
Absolutely,
dad. And to get that extra year or extra thing, I mean, that's a blessing.
And he had early onset. So he was he just turned 65 last year.
So
he was in his 50s.
He diagnosed young. So he's probably had to spend years just coping with the fact that this is going to happen. And
right.
And I know that's a comfort to prepare, but it's still not, you know, it's going to happen, and you got to get your mind right. So
right.
You and your family, it's I mean, prayers go out to you guys
Thank
as you're going through this and struggling with this.
So,
and Don, you went through this too with your wife.
Yes, I did.
So
she was 9 years
you've walked these same paths and understand that. And I would imagine, like, for someone, you're seeing these cures, you're like, man, wouldn't it be great if 5 years from now someone's husband, wife, father, you know, whomever is recovering from this or into remission. I don't know what even the term is for what happens afterwards.
We're going to have to come up with a new color for a pinwheel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
recovered.
It's white.
It's white.
Is it white?
I thought so.
With the cure.
Well, we need something big, something powerful, whatever it is.
Let's see if we can get some white ones out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
But in the meantime, folks, again, the 23rd, that's Saturday morning, at Cielo Grande Recreation Complex, there will be the 2021 walked-in Alzheimer's here in Roswell. We would love to have everybody that can come out and attend. It's just going to be a couple hours. It's not going to eat up your whole day. Knock on wood, weather will still be a little.
It's going to be beautiful.
Like right now,
it's going to be beautiful.
2 weeks. Hopefully, we get the same deal. We're getting this week. We'll do that.
You might want to wear a jacket to start, or, you know,
the mornings
layer up.
It's fall morning.
Yes.
And, but you're going to be walking too, so that'll get the blood pumping and everything else, and come out. Like you said, you can pre-register right now.
Right.
What's that web address that they can
So
go to?
the web address is it's just act.alz.org.
Okay.
/Walk Roswell.
Okay. Now, if you don't remember any of that,
You can just Google Walk to End Alzheimer's Roswell, New Mexico.
Or if you want, if you just go on, if you're a Facebook user, if you put in like Alzheimer's Walk, Roswell, something like that, you'll see the event page pop right up.
Right.
There you'll find a link to register, all the information you need there, and it'll pop right up there. And then, and of course, if you have further questions, there's a phone number and information if you want to talk to Katie or someone live about some stuff.
Paul Moore is actually our representative for the Alzheimer's Association, and his information is all on the website and everything like that.
Okay.
So
Now, let me ask this. If people are listening and they're like, dude, I want to get involved with this. I want to help plan and organize these events. I want to volunteer my time. Maybe it's touched their lives too. Maybe they've had family members, or maybe they're just hearing this and saying, you know what, this is something I want to get behind. What's probably the best way to get a hold? Is it just to come out on the 23rd? Obviously, there'll be plenty of people, but leading up to that, what's the best resource?
you can reach out to Paul or myself,
Okay.
and we're always welcoming new committee members to help plan the walk. But we're always looking for support group sponsors, I guess. And we'll have committee sign-up sheets at the walk.
Okay.
So if you're looking to help with next year's walk, we'll definitely have those sign-up sheets there.
And this is something I would love to offer for families that maybe in the last year or so, you recently have a loved one or you yourself have been diagnosed. Please come out for the education and support side. Because obviously that's a big batch of news you just got punched in the face with, right?
Yep.
You know, that's huge. And there are people that have been there, that are walking those shoes, that have walked those shoes. And I don't care who you are or where you come from. There's always strength in numbers. There's always a bit of comfort in the fact that there's someone that's going through something with you, you know, and even not to understand if you yourself are dealing with it, or a family member, what's next to come? You don't know. That big unknown is more scary than knowing sometimes. And so to get that information, what to expect, how to prepare, sure, it's not going to make the situation pleasant. It never is. No. But knowing's half the battle. Being prepared and be able to navigate when these steps and these progressions happen, having that information, having that support around you is the difference between getting through something bad and coming out on the other side okay and not sometimes.
Right.
And that's please utilize come out for this walk. If you want information, don't wait till the walk. Get out, reach out today. And hopefully people have already been in touch with you if you're doing this stuff, but sometimes things slip through the cracks. Or maybe it's not you. Maybe it's your a brother or someone that you don't live with, but you don't know how to wrap your head around this. Come. Maybe you're not in the direct care path. You're a distant relative, but you're kind of like, I don't understand this. I don't know. You know what I mean? Please reach out. There's people that can help you, talk to you. And if you'd love to get involved more, we'll be happy to get you a shirt and get you going.
Absolutely, yes.
You got it.
Good deal. So again, it is the Roswell Walk to End Alzheimer's event happening October 23rd. It is a live, in-person, actual event. It's going to be outdoors at Cielo Grande Recreation Area. If you go to the Facebook page here, you can kind of see the complete list of the events and everything. Sign up, register if you just like to donate. There's donate links there. You can start donating and forming groups if you want to get together and walk together now. But if you space out, come on out that Saturday morning. Get there about 8:30 for registration and everything. Right. Ceremony will begin at 9 a.m. The walk will commence around 9:30, and they'll go to about 11, 12 o'clock or so. Right. So we're you'll do laps around the track there at Cielo Grande Recreation Area. Come out and then I guess like if people are just coming, is purple kind of the official color of Alzheimer's? So,
purple is the official color, and you can wear...
I know we got the different pinwheels, but if you come out in your purple, that's a universal...
Right.
I support and want to end Alzheimer's.
Absolutely.
I don't say I support Alzheimer's. I support ending Alzheimer's.
Yes, and if you create a team you want to wear like your own team color or something like that, that's always welcome too.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's purple.
Yes.
We got to do prints. You got to print it up. Get you have fun with this too. We always
Absolutely.
talk about it doesn't have to be a solemn thing. Let's have some fun and celebrate life here. Come out. You want to all dress up like princes?
Do it.
I mean, you not royalty prince, but the musician prince. I mean, you do you. But I mean, have fun with this. Make a game out of it. Because all that raises awareness. All of that, and at the end of the day, we want people to know. The more people to know, the more people that donate money. The more we're talking about Alzheimer's in the rearview mirror versus what's happening today. So,
right.
Good. Is there anything we missed? Anything we wanted to share, Katie, Don? Anything we didn't we wanted to cover, or anything upcoming here that we want to while we got you here to talk about?
No, I don't think so. I think we covered pretty much everything. There are like virtual education courses for the caregivers and stuff like that. If you're not quite up to the in-person stuff, and you're still wanting those resources, there are virtual to like adaptation.
If you're not comfortable, we can find ways to have you support while social distancing or any of that or quarantined or whatever. We
have also English and Spanish for our Spanish speakers.
Awesome, very good. So let's get some Spanish, because I would imagine if you're dealing with a family that's dealing with Alzheimer's, it's 10 times worse when you got to deal with like a language barrier on top of that too. So
oftentimes they'll go back if they know two language, they'll go back to their first language that they learned, and so it's difficult to, and then they just forget their second language or something.
And I would even imagine they probably go back and forth where it's part in one language and part in another, and it's just but even communicating. Like say your family members and you're trying to communicate with the doctors and things, and they don't speak Spanish or whatever. That's a hurdle that you don't even account for sometimes. So that's great to see. So let's get some more our Spanish speakers and
yes,
get in there and
absolutely.
Get involved too.
One of the symptoms, or one of the things that happens in Alzheimer's, is that they actually lose the ability to speak.
Okay, so they go. Was that canatotic? What is it? I don't know the term there.
It's called aphasia.
Okay.
And they can't actually speak the words.
Okay. Yep. But everything.
That happened with my wife.
Did it?
Yeah.
Where are they still like aware in the room when this is going on?
So their brains can't make the connection to like from their brain to their mouth to connect to say the words.
Okay, because I'm in my head. My grandfather had Parkinson's disease, and he died of Parkinson's. But some of the later stages of that it's kind of the opposite. Well, and the opposite's not quite right either. But with Parkinson's, what's going on there is the brain is functioning well. Like they're understanding, they're comprehending everything. It's the rest of it. It's the connection from there to the brain that's not working. So some of them later stages, he's fully aware of what's going on, but he can't express it, can't talk it. It's almost like you're trapped in your own body. And so I didn't know if it was some of that going on a little bit or if it's a little different.
Honestly, it's kind of hard to tell with what they know and what they're aware of when it's to that point in the later stages. But
gotcha.
It is in the beginning stages. When they see something, they can't say that that's a water bottle.
Gotcha.
They're like, they know what that is, but they can't say that.
Sure.
So,
well, that's kind of like Parkinson's. Like my grandfather, I could tell he knew what was going on, but he couldn't communicate it, and he was just so frustrated because he was fully aware of that. But I think that's where it's slightly different, where Alzheimer's maybe not completely cognizant of what's going on.
Well, I could see it in my wife's eyes. She could look at you, and you could see that she was thinking something, but she wasn't fully aware of what was going on, and she couldn't express it verbally.
I that makes sense. Either way, it's the hardest. It's the hardest thing to go through. It is. You wish it on no one here, and we would love to stop it, and you can help us do that by coming out and participating in this walk. And
absolutely, just raising awareness.
The more of these that happen, the closer we're getting close. I know it is an amazing thing, and when it comes to, and I hope to God, this is another story for another day. We need to do the same thing for mental health. We need to
absolutely.
We need to have walks for them and make billion-dollar collections, and hopefully we can get a better handle on mental health too. And who knows? With something like Alzheimer's, maybe there's a connection there that we don't know yet or not making or seeing yet.
That could be.
Yeah, so who knows? But anyway, thank you guys. Appreciate it very much.
Yes, thank you.
And we'll see you next time. Now you're a veteran. You can come on all the time, and we'd love to have you talking Alzheimer's.
Sounds good.
Keep us up to date on what's going on. And maybe you'll come in one day and say, we cured it. We got it. Thanks for your help.
I'd be more than happy to.
That would be a great day.
That would be a great day. But thank you guys.
Yes, thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you, Mike.
It is 9:57. Let's do a quick commercial break before we go. Don't go away. All right, work with me, computer. There you go.
Have you ever heard the saying, you can preach a better sermon with your life than with your lips? The concept is really true. Something that made Jesus so appealing and effective was his humble demeanor and his calm disposition. Throughout the ministry of Jesus, as he travels and performs miracles, he advises those who have seen his miraculous feats to tell no one. He simply continues on, teaching and preaching, doing the work of the Father tirelessly. Jesus says in John chapter 9, verse 4, "As long as it is day, we must do the work of him who sent me." We today should still be involved in the work of the Father. Just as Jesus preached a message with his lips, he preached a greater message with his life. We encounter people daily who need the message of Jesus. We may not have the courage to share it with our lips, but we can certainly share it with our life.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
What a great time of year this is. Leaves are changing, pecans are falling, and that feeling of autumn is in the air. Along with the change of seasons, your friends at the Tailgate Nation Roswell Ford suggested it may be time for a change of vehicles. And at Roswell Ford, there's no shortage of good, clean, late model cars and trucks that will serve your family for many years. For instance, right now, Roswell Ford has a beautiful 2020 Ford F-150 Lariat Crew Cab 4x4 with only 26,000 miles, and it's only $54,980. Oh, and here's a great deal on an SUV, a 2018 Ford Explorer XLT with less than 42,000 miles for just $28,980. They'll go fast, so you better hurry. Remember, Roswell Ford backs up all their pre-owned vehicles with a 3-day money-back guarantee, so you don't have to worry about making a mistake. And if you have a lightly used car or truck, Roswell Ford wants to see it. You'll probably be surprised how much it's worth. Whether you're thinking of buying or thinking of selling, come see us at Roswell Ford, the Tailgate Nation.
The City of Roswell would like to welcome you back to the Roswell landfill. It's not the new normal. It's the new and improved normal. It's a new staff and a new commitment to the citizens of Roswell. They are now open back to their original hours, but they have also extended their Saturday hours from 7 a.m. until 2 p.m. to better serve you.